I fly a starship across the universe divide. And when I reach the other side,
Children, we won't be going back to the fleet. You're about to be the first children from the stars to set foot on the planet Earth.
Welcome to Saber Talk. Thanks for coming in, everybody. We got Rob Sotomayor here. We got Mundo. We got JT. We got JB. We got Derek, and we got Jedi Arms Dealer. How are y'all doing?
What
today?
up?
We got JT. We got JB.
Next, we're gonna have Snoop Dogg.
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's happening,
Rob?
I thought I'd try to build another blade tonight. Hopefully I get some success, not like last week. Titan Gray is here. What's going on, buddy? Yo, what up? Hello,
What
everyone.
up, Titan?
We got Eddie here. What's up, Eddie? Hi and goodbye. We got Aiden here. What's up? Yo. So, Jedi Arms Dealer, did you get control over the stream, or you still don't have control?
I do. I am flying the Destiny.
Oh, beauty.
Yeah, man. You're good to go. That
So,
worked.
check out this beauty.
Oh boy.
Arcane.
Yes.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Look at that.
This is a gift from Jedi Arms Dealer. Sent me this week. Unbelievable hilt. Look at this
That
thing.
is cool.
Damn.
This looks like a spaceship, by the way, doesn't it?
Right?
This is like one of the thrusters off the Starship Destiny right here.
That is nice.
This is
Warp
beautiful.
drive.
That is cool,
Freaking
man. That
warp
is freaking
drive.
Cool.
So when I get some
Warp
time, I'm going
drive.
to turn this into some kind of like double audio saber, where we're going to have like a speaker in there, but also I'm going to put a port where I could plug into like direct to the computer to record them, you know, them sweet videos that some people do, like Kyberphonic and some others that have the plug going directly in there.
The audio plug.
Yeah, like an audio plug for the CF10. It'll growl. Look at this interesting cut here. I got my like.
Yeah,
kind of-
it's like oval,
Yeah.
but not.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite about it is the grip. It's so comfortable.
the grip is sweet. It almost like would work as a curved hilt too, wouldn't it? Like if this part was curved, it would also be
Almost.
looking
I was gonna
pretty
say
cool.
the way that like piece towards the emitter is like thick. That little like kind of where the cleft of your thumb is right there. Yeah, that piece right there. It almost looks like Dooku's
Yeah,
he's got on the bottom of his. If you
Right?
look at it quick. Yeah.
maybe that's like
Can you
part of
guys
what's
hear me
telling my
okay?
brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys can hear me really good then.
Yeah, Mundo.
Well, I don't know about really good, but I could hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, no, because like I said, I upgraded my whole laptop and
Oh, nice.
everything goes
Upgrade.
faster than shit now.
Upgrade.
Yeah, I put 8 gig memory. I put a 2 tera hard drive and a few other little stuff in here. So a lot better than what it was.
Yeah, it definitely sounds good, Mundo.
He's becoming too
Good.
powerful.
Not too powerful. Not too powerful. Just enough.
Powerful is the word of the week.
Right?
Definitely.
He's become powerful enough to override Tuesday as the new Mundo Monday. So now he's
He
got
took
2
over
days.
2 days.
It's
What
only a
happened?
matter
2
of
days.
time before he takes up all the days of the week.
This is
Give
night
a
the
shout
night
out to
we're
my boy
doing.
Jeremy.
Leave some days for the rest of us.
Oh, no.
Right?
Jatterday, Saturday.
See, we need a Tom Tuesday.
Don't know. So, Dave, where did you pick up that saber that you got in?
That's a Jawa's Junkyard creation from Australia. He did a super low run of those. It's a really difficult hilt to machine. I know Rob has the Helvetica Customs version. They're just gorgeous. Like, there's no other way to describe it. The weight to it.
Yeah, man.
Is this based on a character?
Yeah,
It is.
Arcane.
Arcane.
Oh,
Knights of
I
the
knew
Old
it was
Republic.
called the Arcane. I didn't know there was a character called Arcane.
This is the Helvetica version.
That's the dude with the it's like the half mask with like the yellow slit for the eye.
Yep, that's him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He had like
The,
a twin
the trailer.
brother. One turned to the dark side.
This is his mask right here.
What's going on,
Collector
Jerry?
says, yeah, this thing's amazing.
Oh, he's got the mask.
What's going on,
Nice.
John, from the Collector's Outpost?
And then we also got Jeremy in the house. Fellow Saber nerd.
Yeah, it's a really difficult hilt to machine. So, I'd say only 2 manufacturers have done it proper. Others have tried, but it just doesn't look right.
There's 3 versions out there. I think LGT made a version.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking
Wolf.
about.
Dark Wolf does his version, and then
Oh, okay.
Jawas did
That's-
theirs, and then the
I think-
Helvetica is the one I got.
Yeah, I think I saw the LGT, and I don't know. It seemed like they skipped some steps on the intricate.
Oh yeah,
machining.
definitely. I think the
What?
tube is straight on that one. The body tube.
Yeah.
This section right here is straight on it.
It's right, it's straight. Yeah, which I was like, no go. If I'm gonna be a saber snub,
You and your elite attitude,
yeah, elitist.
elitist.
Damn elitist Jedi.
Oh man, man, Dave, when you sent me that pic of that Kanan, man, I was all like, oh, if you only said that about a week earlier.
You
I was
enough
all
money
like, oh.
spoken for. Yeah.
I was all
Sorry,
like,
man.
oh,
Yeah, that's a decent deal on that, especially since it's been weathered and painted. It's ready to go, and Solo's Hold does the best one in my opinion.
yeah, and here's the thing. I mean, I've got money set aside for my garage to get it done. My attic floored up, so that was all like, I was all like, ooh, man. And I was like, should I get the Saber or should I floor my attic? No, I promised the wife I'd
His priorities.
yeah. Because, I mean, everybody knows I've been looking for a Kanan, so like, oh my God. But if if these guys that come through for me that I'm trying to get, I might have like half of that saved up. So I'm all like, then it would just take a couple of paychecks to get it. So it's like, if it doesn't disappear. So we'll see. Prayers,
Oh, yeah, man.
prayers.
I
Maybe
love
I'll
the
get
Yeah, you
quality
never
of
know.
Souls Hold stuff. It's always whenever I handle one of those, I'm like, oh yeah, you could feel it. You could feel the quality.
Now you're talking
Oh
about
yeah.
the Kanan design with the like the Japanese Suba
Yeah.
katana
The
guard
Kanan's
on
on.
it. Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
super
yeah.
better type of thing.
I have that hilt. I
You
just
seen
don't know
like
what
Galaxy's Edge and like those kind of like Disney replicas? They make it they make the thing like 2 inches thick.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
I've got a couple here, and that's what got me into it actually. And they're not just big; they're heavy as hell.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Mhm.
Like a
material.
pound of saber.
Oh, yeah, I got you,
They
Rob.
sound
Hold on.
like shit.
There it is. Look at that sexy beast.
Yes, look at that.
That
Oh
shit's
my
cool.
god.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Now,
feeling
if
it
you
right now,
if you
man.
cut off the end of the emitter right before the guard, it almost looks like what's it? Is it Plo Koon or Barra Sophie? It's one of them, like Jedi recycled lightsabers. You know, it kind of looks like Revans.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It is
very
Souls Mode is the
stylish.
best one out of all the ones I've seen, and this does come off, but it's held in by a retention screw and then it pops off.
I love the way they set up the
And-
switch box for you and everything. The switch box
Yeah.
is tight.
I love the aesthetic of it too, man. I mean, my goodness.
Have you seen the video, Mundo, where they made like it break down exactly how it does in the movies, and it's all metal chassis? And if you haven't, I need to send that to you. You'll freak.
Send it to me, please. I don't think I've seen it.
Do you remember who did that, Rob?
I'm sorry, who?
I'm trying to think who did it. The Saber builder that did like a metal chassis, and he made the Saber break down exactly how it does in the series. It's really cool.
I don't remember that.
I'll be able to
What
find
up,
it.
Cole?
I'll shoot that to you. It's a masterpiece.
Yeah,
guys
if
see
you
that,
can send it to me, man, I'd like to watch it.
Did you guys see that Galaxy's Edge thing they did for the Disney cruise, like the cruise line thing? Like they had Rey as like a promo, and they did the retractable lightsaber.
Yeah. Yep.
But then, like, if you go to the cruise, there's like some sort of fight she does choreographed with Kylo, and she's like,
She drops down.
yeah, she like activates it, the new one, and then she like quickly sets it down and then picks up a dual worthy one. It's like,
Yeah.
come on.
And it's so like careful too. Like it's so clear what she's doing.
It's like
Definitely
Yeah, 'cause
very
you probably
obvious.
told her like that costs 20,000. You got to put it down slow.
Right.
That's not the cruise though. That's the what do they call it? The experience you can do where you're at Galaxy's Edge, but it's like
Like the
It's
Star
not
Cruiser
how-
Hotel.
yeah.
Yeah.
kind of surprised they couldn't come up with a more creative way for her to swap out sabers rather than like drop down like she's about to do a push-up.
Disney's got the money. They should just duel with NeoPixels, you know?
Yeah.
What's one blade for a show? I mean, people are paying $5,000 for 2 nights anyways. So,
You can smack them pretty hard if they're just 2 strips.
I always get scared. I don't want to
Yeah,
take a chance.
they're not cheap. True.
Unless you're Disney, they're not cheap.
Cole
Dude,
Weathers
so-
is here. What's going on, Cole? Chet Osborne is here.
Woo, Chet,
Welcome,
what
guys.
up, Chet?
The Galactic Cruiser. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be able to afford to go on that thing.
So the wife let me order a Vader's conversion kit for the master replicas,
Oh yeah.
and what else? Let's see. I think she let me order a soundboard as well. So I got a soundboard for my master replicas.
CFX?
No, not the CFX. I think it was the. Let me get my order here. It was the Golden Harvest.
Yeah, I gotta try one of those. I hear that's pretty tight little board.
So yeah, so I got the Golden Harvest and the conversion kit. So now I decided that with this one, I'm gonna put the Golden Harvest in here, put the crystal chamber, and it's all gonna be able to fit in replicas all together. So it's gonna fit all up in there, and I'll just have to figure out how to keep it from moving and all that good stuff. But yeah. So I'm on my way with the Vader hilt again, and the other stuff too. But the Vader hilt will have to wait for a good while. But at least I got the stuff for it.
Yeah, good start. You still need grips for that, Mundo?
I think I need about 4 other grips. I found 2, but I found 2 of my grips. But I think my other grips are in another box somewhere that I've still got to continue looking through here in the garage, which is another reason why I'm getting stuff floored up in the attic, is so that I can move some of this stuff up there and be able to go through things, get rid of things, sell some things, and all that good stuff, man. So,
Mundo, thank you so much for donating that chassis for JT's friend. That's gonna be
good.
Awesome.
Great. You got it. Yeah,
dude, we're gonna keep it at that, just at the off chance that he comes in. Still vague. He has no idea. No idea.
Yeah, so it's a surprise, so we won't mention too much. I won't show the saber because that would give it away. But
yeah,
dude, it's like me getting one. That's like how excited I am for him.
well, that's good, man.
So cool. And I'll if CFX 10 is the move, I have some sound fonts. I don't know if like you want to do Dropbox or just, I don't even know if you can just email them, but I have some sound fonts that I can
send them over. Either way, like a file sender, or maybe if they're small enough and they can go through email, that's okay too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. What up, Rich? How you doing, man?
What's going on, Rich?
Oh, that reminds me. I gotta do an intro for you, Ant. I know you said you got too many, but I keep forgetting.
No, I actually just deleted some like old stuff. See, like video, like little video clips, like they count them along with the little logos and stuff that I had. So it's all the same to StreamYard. So I deleted some of like the little tiny logos that I was using on there. So now I got some room for like, more little videos. So yeah, definitely send them over.
Nice.
They just have to be like, I think like under 100 megabytes. So like you kind of have to a lot of times like scale it down to like 720. It just depends on how long it is. Sometimes the HD version can't be broadcast on there or like put on there, but you can just scale it down to like under 100 megabytes and then I can upload it.
Okay, yeah, whatever works. Yeah, how many are you usually able to have on StreamYard? I don't even know.
You can have up to 100.
Oh, nice.
And I was at the limit. They're like, you got 100. So I started going through and I was like, well, some of these I don't need. You know what I mean? Mundo knows. I had some goofy ones on there.
Oh,
Every time I watch an intro, it's a trip, man. It's such a trip. Master Windu.
But he's got some great intros though, man. He's got some great intros.
Yeah, yes.
I still like the one that he does from the Highlander where he's getting hit by all the lightning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one I consider kind of like a tri-star one, so I keep that one, and I like Thundercats and other goofy stuff. So even though this is a Star Wars channel, I still have stuff like Thundercat
Doc Brown
stuff on
and
there.
Yeah.
We expand to a lot of different franchises.
I don't know what it is, but every time Harris's intro plays, like the Civilized Sabers, like I just immediately get like a rush of anxiety for like 1 second. I don't know.
You feel like he's gonna start yelling at you? Or...
Oh no, he's coming.
Bringing the heat.
Never go full Harris. No, we love him though.
Hey, we want to talk about the Discord.
I'm working on something for that right now.
Oh, cool.
Wait till you guys hear this new font that Jedi Arms Dealer's working on. Oh man, it is sick. I think it might be called Power. It is coming out so good. I heard a little preview of it yesterday. Oh my.
Can you spoil something? Or no?
Well, I'll spoil this, is that he's got some quotes, and let me tell you, I either forgot or I didn't know that how many times they say the word power in the Star Wars movies is like 17 times or something.
Right.
And it is amazing. So we got all the power quotes. It is just amazing. It's going to be crazy when you guys hear it.
The only one I can think of off the top of my head is Palpatine.
Yeah, like that's the one everyone thinks, unlimited power. There's like a lot of them. Almost every character says, Obi-Wan says, it's episode 4. He talks about the power of the Force, and Anakin says it a few times. Darth Vader says the word.
You underestimate my power.
That was pretty good.
That was quite good. Yeah.
No, you need one of those. You need one of them to do like the Max Headroom kind, where he goes pop 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 pop
power.
There you go.
Or you go power extreme.
What do you think, Space? Should we do a preview?
Yeah, if you can call something up, I think they'd love to hear it.
Oh, it's
But
like
if you don't want to give
95%.
anything away, then you don't have to.
Oh, it's all good. We're all family here, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
All right, here we go.
I'm all ears. Ooh.
So it starts with all the power quotes. I just cut out the word power and echoed it on startup.
Holy shit.
Fast swings.
Wow.
You guys hear that clear?
Oh my
Yeah, sounds great.
Sounds
that is
great.
amazing.
It's not distorted? Okay.
No. Dude, that is amazing.
Take this way.
Wow.
Blasters.
Ooh, I like the way that sounds.
Oh, that sounded sweet, dude.
Oh
This
my
is all
god.
about the lightning. So like it's all force lightning stuff. You can hear like electricity sounds going on. So this is my favorite. I don't know if the version I sent you, Space, had this updated yet. This is my new favorite. Power off. Power on.
Oh wow.
And then lock up.
Who's getting zapped?
Oh, that's great.
I don't know.
Those are mine. And then power on.
Oh my god.
That's fantastic.
You know
Yeah,
what? You know what Zap would
Force
sound
lightning.
good too is when Palpatine is shocking Darth Maul in the what is it, Clone Wars, or is it? Was it Clone Wars?
He shot, yeah, after he kills
I think
Savage.
so.
Yeah, right after he kills Savage, he's like shocking the shit out of Maul, and Maul is screaming. Like that's a good scream too.
All right, I'm gonna have to look that one up. The thing is, I was looking all of them up except for that one, Rob. That's a good one.
I have
And,
it. You want to
Does
hear
it have
it?
music? Does it have music behind it though?
No,
Or is
it's
it just
clean
raw?
here.
No,
Oh,
he
oh,
says
yeah.
something like, "You have been replaced." Oh, no, you know.
That's a great idea.
Let me
Please have mercy.
Which I think that's the big boy saber.
and then when I
Take
power it
play
off, I
again?
think he does it.
There is no mercy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
nice.
Sam Witwer screaming.
Yeah,
That one,
it
yeah.
sounds like Star
Do
Killer.
that one. That would sound like sick.
That
Okay,
is,
I'm gonna
yeah,
look
that
that
is
up
awesome.
then. I didn't realize it didn't have music, so that's what I need. Very cool.
I can send
Thank
it.
you,
I can
Rob.
send you this, and you can use that if you want.
Okay, how long is the sample?
Oh, it's really
Like-
short. It's just I have it as a post off here. I'll turn. You can hear it again.
Oh, okay.
Become a rival.
And then power it off.
There is no mercy.
It's
Okay.
really short, and you
I
can
wonder-
extend it obviously.
I was gonna say if the sequence longer, then that would be great.
I mean,
Because I did.
Oh,
you can
Jim,
extend
do
it though, right? Could you extend it?
Wow.
The scream, like
Oh
just
yeah,
like where it
You can
starts.
Yeah,
and
I'll-
then
I'll
ends?
just-
you can loop it too.
I can just do an audio grab on it, and yeah, there's all kinds of things you can do just to extend it out. What I did in a post off already, but I haven't uploaded it to the Saber yet. I just did it just before we came on. Was in the middle of that sequence, you can't hear it, but it's like he's literally choking, like you can hear him gurgling in his throat and stuff. And so I made that a post off, like he died.
Oh,
Electricity's
with my
frying
sound
his
fonts.
vocal cords. Yeah.
Totally.
You know, it's really cool. I remember playing the Force Unleashed, and they call them Purge Troopers, but they're V3 Dark Troopers from the expanded universe. But you play in the video game, and every single time you zap one of the Purge Troopers, they scream like a human. They go, ah! You know, because there's like an actual human inside the suit, and the thing is just a big conductor. But yeah, I've always remembered like that scream when you zap them specifically.
I was looking for one like that. Rich, to answer your question, this is the Sabercraft Big Boy.
That's what I thought. I think that's what I said.
Yeah, it's kind of
I was
like a
hoping I was
nod.
right.
It's kind of like a nod to
It's
Luke
like a logo
Skywalker,
almost.
Return of the Jedi. But
Yeah.
yeah, Space sent me a CFX, I don't know, like a year ago, and I installed it. And so all my sound fonts get mastered on this because the resonance on the pommel in this is just nuts. Like the bass and the treble is perfect in this Saber for mastering sound fonts. So that's what
Do you
I
have
use
your
this
double
for.
speaker setup in there, or that's one speaker?
No, that's Daria's. That's Daria's version. This just has one. I don't want to do the double because it really colorizes the sounds. I want it to sound like most people's hilts when I'm mastering them in here.
Oh,
You know?
right.
But it's loud as hell, though.
Dude, screw the lightsaber part. You can flip that around and bash someone's head in with the pommel. That's like
Totally.
Witch King of Angmar looking mace.
It's a beast.
Speaking
That's
of
what they call it, the big boy.
you guys all see Rings of Power?
Not yet.
No.
I'm not.
We can't talk about it then. Okay.
No,
It's good.
no spoilers.
You'll like it.
Yeah?
As a Lord of the Rings fan, I think you'll like it.
Oh, I started watching part of it.
We're gonna do it eventually.
I got to the first episode, and then I had to stop watching it for getting busy around the house with things. But yeah,
Mhm.
I enjoyed that first episode, man.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah. It's
So,
very
I
true
mean,
to the
it's like-
feel. So you got nothing to worry about when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
Barbara and I
fellas,
are
I got
watching
me-
Game of
I
Thrones.
got me some fresh boards. I'm gonna start
Again.
cutting some clamp cards pretty soon.
Oh, those are awesome, Mundo.
Yeah. So what I need to do is go and get a little hobby saw so I can make them a little bit better and a little bit straighter. Even though my niche for it is like they're junk. I'm picking them up from junk in space and stuff like that. I make them just a tiny bit neater. I don't want to make them too neat because of a lot of people may want to cut it whatever they want out of it and stuff. So if I make it just a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, thinner, whatever have you will, they'll still have the choice to do whatever they want with the clamp card. So
Nice.
But yeah, I got about 4 boards that I can work on pretty soon. And as soon as I get that little hobby saw, I'll be able to cut some soon.
Do you have a Harbor Freight close to you, Mundo?
Yes, I do, and I saw one at the Harbor Freight.
Well, another thing you can do with those is they sell like a hobby vise where you can chuck in a Dremel.
Uh-huh.
And I believe there's a way to use that tool, if you modified it right, to make super clean cuts using the Dremel wheel.
Really?
Yeah, you'll have to check it out. I'll see if I can find a video.
Is it the one that turns that Dremel to a drill press?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like $20-$30 and like yeah, it just kind of it positions the Dremel like in a vertical position. And then I don't know if like you need to get you like a cheap metal vise that has an X and Y because they have those at Harbor Freight too, and then you could technically cut them out pretty clean with that setup.
Yep.
Because it's
soft.
like
a little mill, like a little tiny mill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A little.
I'm gonna look into it, man, because definitely they have that. Well, and again, like I said, they had the little hobby saw, it's like a little tabletop hobby saw, and it can be angled and all that stuff.
Kind of like a table saw, but it's like just a hobby size.
Yeah, it's almost like the size of this right here. It's like almost this size.
I saw that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me blow that up. Let me see that, Mundo.
Yeah, it's almost like this size right here.
Oh, okay. I see. You're comparing it to like your soldering station. Gotcha.
Yeah. So the hobby saw is just bigger, like from where my hands are, like in between my hands, and then this piece right here. It's just that big. But the saw can be either straight or angled. So
cool.
Yeah, so I'm looking into that, and if I don't like the one that Harbor Freight has, I've seen some online that are still about $30. They're about $30 on Amazon, and they look phenomenal, like quality shit. I just got to look at the reviews on them and see how well they are. What the reviews on them before I order one.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'll be able to use those and cut twice as many boards and clamp cards. So usually it'll take me about 4 hours just to cut 4 boards because of all the sanding that I got to do, and then measure, remeasure, sand, remeasure, and then once I feel that it fits just right, because I want them to fit really snug where they're pressure fit. I don't want to necessarily have them to where you want to have to glue them. But if people want to glue them, they can glue them, and I can I can sand it a little bit more if they feel more like they want to glue them instead of pressure fitting them.
Yeah, a little big's always better because then they can just sand the sides and make them perfect for what they're using them for.
Yeah, exactly. So I like to give the people that option.
Yeah.
So.
Hey Dave, that hilt, that's the Sabercraft hilt, right?
Yeah, the big
What's
boy.
the name of it?
The big boy.
That's what it's called, the big boy.
Yeah,
right?
it's kind of a funny name.
I remember I did an install on that hilt, and I loved it. I think that's a really nice hilt.
It's a really nice hilt.
It's big, but I like it.
Yeah, me too. They did it super classy with all the intricate machining on the emitter and the pommel. It's very cool. The way they use copper on the switch plate. I'll have to send you the one I did for Derry. It took me about a year to build. He's our buddy out in the Philippines, and I did that one crazy. I converted it to NeoPixel and made a removable crystal chamber.
Nice.
And the crystal chamber has a miniature battery built into it, and the Saber actually powers the miniature battery in the crystal chamber, so that after you remove the magnetic crystal chamber, the crystal chamber still is illuminated, and then you've got a remote control where you can change the color of the crystal chamber when it's just sitting independently outside the hilt.
Wow,
that took a long time. All metal.
That's like it's like the ultimate shelf queen, though, right? Like controlling a crystal outside of the Saber like that.
That's what I thought he'd use it for, but like I don't know, a few months after he got it, he was like, "You think it'd be all right if I took this to Germany with me? I want to show it off." I'm like, "Dude, you're crazy."
Is it
Dave, I
also
sent you
called
that.
the Skywalker Legacy?
Yeah,
Skywalker Lineage or something like that?
that's what you and I called it.
Oh, okay, that's not the name of it.
No, it's the Sabercraft Big Boy, but I remember Daria telling you, hey, I want to do something high end Saber, Luke Legacy, Return of the Jedi thing, and so that's what
'Cause
we
that's what
did.
it looked like to me too. It looked
Totally.
like Skywalker family, like a futuristic, like as if Luke Skywalker built his Return of the Jedi lightsaber like under duress or in a hurry or whatever because he had to, but
Right.
that big boy was like something he may have built like because he wanted to, or because it was like this style of like that saber plus Obi-Wan saber plus some level of like masterfulness, because he wasn't a Jedi you know yet. He had to go talk to Yoda, and then Yoda told him he wasn't a Jedi until he actually faced Darth Vader, right? So I think maybe that could be the saber that he built once he became a Jedi.
Man, I wish they didn't scrap that deleted scene of him sitting on Tatooine in the caves constructing that lightsaber. That would have been so cool in the movie, man.
Yeah, Lucas made some weird decisions with scene cuts for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you and I were saying, Space, that was his grandmaster build.
Yeah.
Like, his final, because it was all, we gold plated the rib section, Rob. Like it was all blinged out when I sent it to him. I polished it 3 times on the 8-inch rotary polisher. It was mirror when I sent it off. And then I was like, dude, if it were mine, I'd never handle it without gloves. And he got it and fingerprinted it up right away. I was like, no.
Well, when you had sent it to me, you're like, it had to make 2 stops, right? It came to me and I made a video, I guess, or I made a blade video, and then it went to Daria. And when you had asked me like, so, did you swing it around? Doesn't it sound great and stuff? I'm like, dude, I didn't do much with it because, it just looked perfect. I wanted to make sure he got it in the same way. I didn't want to do anything.
Yeah, that was, shiny sabers, man. They're always interesting to build. Oof.
I mean, they're nice to build and have, but then you start touching them, you're like, fuck. You clean it up and put it back on the shelf.
Exactly.
Hey, Dave, I sent you that sound sample on Facebook. I just dropped it in your box and you can check it. If you want, I can email it.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, Sam Witter's the man. I saw him at Celebrate. Did you see him there? Celebration?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, man. The day I get to meet that man, it's game over.
He's a badass.
You gonna let him tattoo you?
Probably, maybe. I might have him and Ray Park do a collab. Maul, something going on in mind. Because Maul, like at the end of the day, like favorite movie, favorite soundtrack, all that kind of stuff, all that switches. But at the end of the day, Maul usually ends up being my favorite character. Just how it is, man. And Charlie, he got me that cameo for Sam Witwer, and he's like, "I'm your favorite space sociopath."
Yeah, Mundo. Like, what you got, Mundo? What you holding up? Oh, damn! That's signed by him.
His mic's muted.
I
can't hear you, Mundo.
Mundo.
Sorry, guys, because the dog was barking, so that's why I was like, the kids must be doing something. But yeah, this piece right here is signed by Ray Park.
Lucky
dog. Yeah, this will be going on to my friend's Saber, the one that I'm working on right now. So
nice.
It'll go on here.
Oh, that's
so it'll cover this piece. It'll cover a little bit of this piece right here, but you'll still be able to see the ribs and stuff.
Very cool.
So let me see. Maybe I can get it on.
So what's everybody working on?
Nothing.
On this.
I just finished my big project for the month.
The I can't even say that.
Necronomicon.
Necronomicon.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Tongue, yeah, razzle dazzle.
Finished to that one.
The Book of the Dead.
It's like I mentioned earlier, this is probably the most beautiful thing I ever made.
Oh, dude.
Looks
It
very
looks
Halloween.
Wow. My wife would be freaking jealous because she loves working on props and theater play stuff. Wow.
JB actually skinned a live human to create that flesh binding.
Yeah, the hardest part was finding the right human to skin.
Finding the victim, yeah.
Like, oh god.
All right, guys. So I got it on here so you can see what it's kind of looked like with the hilt here.
That's badass, JB.
Thank you.
Oh, it's like a
So you can see
shroud
what it-
underneath a shroud.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So
Oh, hell yeah.
Touch.
So it'll look like that. Once I get it all together and then put this on there, that's what it's gonna look like.
Shrouded in signatures. Love it.
Has someone ever done that? Just make like an entire saber made out of shroud pieces?
Yeah, Space is famous for
Face
that.
has.
He's done it?
Yeah, with a
Dude, he's
vintage
like-
graphics.
Like 100%
Like a
shroud
shroud
material.
master.
Yeah, I always like to use like multiple shrouds, like shrouds on shrouds on shrouds. I put like 3-4 layers of shrouds on things. But my ancient graphics was like basically all just shrouds.
Yeah. So he's the shroud master now.
I love that saber. That's my favorite one you've done.
Dude, I downloaded the video for it so I could have it on my computer all time. I liked it too. It was such a great piece, man. I mean, that thing was like silly beautiful, dude.
You know what they just came out with? I got an email today and I ordered some. They are from Adafruit and they were like on the bottom of the ancient Graflex, there was like severed cords that were as if there was two of them together, almost like the Cal Kestis single hilt. So as if there was like, it was a staff and it was chopped like Darth Maul's staff was.
You mean
chopped in
Jaro
half.
Tapal's? With the damage at the bottom?
Yeah. So there was like damage there where those cords, there was several cords that were like lit up at the end. It's almost as if there was power still in there. But what I found today was they've come out with these like, they're almost, they're probably like double the thickness of like a 20 gauge wire, but they were like all light. So I would I'll probably use that at some point. I ordered a couple of them. They're brand new. They were out of several colors. Like, of course, they have green, blue, red, and pink, and yellow, and white, and warm white, but they were out of everything except for like pink, lime green, and warm white. So I got those colors. You know, I'll do something with them, whether they be like power conduits going to a crystal chamber or like wires hanging out the end of a saber or something. I think they'll be really cool. That's like kind of something like these here where it's all light, but they're flexible and bendy. So that's going to be fun to play with. That hasn't come in yet. I just ordered them.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not too much of a fan of Kylo Ren's lightsaber, but one redeeming factor that I take away is the wire that is actually on the outside that runs down the entire like length of it, basically the one big red wire.
Yep.
That's always piqued my interest.
Yeah, that's something that they cribbed from the Jedi Killer in the visual dictionary had a wire like that. I think is where they got the idea from. That's very cool. And it's also kind of like the Darth Vader saber, right? Where there's those wires that poke out.
The two little ones at the top.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the like the original idea of that. Is there some exterior wires on a saber?
Which only the highest top tier nerds would notice, by the way.
And only the
Did
highest.
you know there's actually 2 little red wires on Darth Vader's lightsaber?
Yeah, and they know like which color's which, and one's got to be on the left, and blue's got to be on the right, or whatever.
I would be one of those nerds.
I'm one of the nerds that has to like look it up because I don't know by heart. I have to like get it right.
See, that's what I'd have to do. I'd have to look it up.
So, Rob, did you ever name that saber? I got one for you if you haven't yet.
Good. Let's see. Shoot it. Let's hear it.
From Arya from Game of Thrones, call it Pointy End.
Pointy end?
Yeah, where she says, "What do I do with this sword?" And he says, "Stick him with the pointy end." So it's just Pointy End.
Actually, the name I came up with I don't know if I want to reveal it yet. I want to wait till I finish the hilt before I go ahead and give you guys the full breakdown on the history and the background and why I came up with it. I still got some work to do to the emitter. Right now I'm working on the lower part. The lower part right here is gonna be just like the same size as this one right here. And it's gonna go here, and then you're gonna have that attached to the body. And then I still got to do some more milling right here. I'm going to mill some slots here as well. So it's still got a ways to go.
Such a medieval vibe.
Yeah, it's going to be very medieval. Like a medieval Jedi.
I got one.
That's sick. I can't wait to hear the story behind that.
The Crown of Sauron.
So did you lock in on a name? Because I know you were taking suggestions.
I do have a name. I don't know if I want to share it yet. So
all right, fair enough.
Let me finish the hilt. Once I finish the hilt, I'll share the name.
Fair enough, man.
Whatever way you slice it, though, man, you put that on the end of your garden hose, your neighbors will be scared of you.
Right.
I saw him and Jeremy the other day on a vid. It was pretty funny. They were making fun of Albert. Albert came in a little late working on a cross guard, and they were making fun of Albert. Like, hurry up, Albert! Come on.
Giving Albert a hard time. Poor Albert, he was having a bad day.
It was funny. I enjoyed the video though. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it's always good times.
I wish Harris were here. Well, I've a couple things. I mean, I'm always working on Jeff's build still, the LS6. That's just ongoing marathon shit. But this is I've not done like a New Hope Graflex. So here's my first vintage, ready to accept a chassis.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Mostly 100% vintage. Now the grips are the rubber ones because I had a set and I really liked them, ready to go for a New Hope. So these are rubber, and I used the same tape space that you and I use to stick the strips to the cores.
Yeah,
so these are never coming off, and then nothing's been like damaged at all. So the D-ring, it uses that same tape to hold it on, and then I actually cut the head off of what are these called? The
rivets?
The Harrington bolt. It's one of the square head ones.
Okay.
Is that what it's called? I can't remember. And so I cut the head of it off, and then it's glued onto the D-ring. So I didn't drill any holes in it. And this is like probably one of my nicest condition Graflexes. It's almost in such good condition, it almost looks like a freaking replica.
Yeah, it's in great condition.
Yeah, I love it. It's an ink. This isn't a fulmer. I haven't decided to dive into the fulmers yet. But I removed the only thing I did was grind and pull the pin carefully and remove the bunny ears so I could get, the bulb holder out, but it's ready to take a chassis.
Wow.
So yeah, this is kind of my first real vintage project I started on. So amazing. And then this is the chassis. This is a 3D printed chassis I got off of someone on Etsy. I'm sure you guys have maybe seen this before.
Ooh. Oh wow.
So I've been dressing this one up, getting it ready for Bluetooth audio transmission and the whole nine.
That's gorgeous.
And that's 3D
You can't
printed?
keep showing me this man. This are too good.
Wow.
Yeah, this is 3D printed on my my Ender 5 Pro with just PLA, like
With
metallic
PLA?
looking
Oh,
PLA.
wow. Oh, my
Yep.
God, dude. It looks like metal pretty much.
It does. I love that printer.
Turned out really nice.
And then so
Wow.
and it actually uses a 3D. I use carbon fiber PLA to print a blade holder for it, and I put
Wow.
the
Look
pins
at
in
that.
it. So that goes in the vintage.
See,
This is
Jedi
all
are
just-
tactical. I tell you, they would use carbon fiber in their lightsabers. I told you.
And then the speaker pommel. What's really cool about this design that he did that I was impressed was this unscrews. So this is just threaded. And once you unscrew this, the speaker comes out.
Oh,
So
that makes it easy.
So one of the things I'm working on is I want to put some type of spring-loaded tabs in here, and you can swap out speakers just like that.
Shoot.
And
Now,
use
that's
the
a great
existing
idea.
use the existing solder pads just to like drop any old speaker that's a 28 millimeter bass speaker in there, and then you screw this on, and you're up and running.
Wow.
Just so you can compare speakers, you know,
Testing.
Right. All the 28 millimeter bass speakers are pretty much the same dimensions, you know, as long as the solder beads on the speaker leads are in a similar position and it's spring loaded. That's what I'm going to try to pull off with this.
Well, I can just save you the hassle and just tell you the Smuggler's Outposts are the best on the market. Just hands down right there.
Yeah, I've been hearing that. I've been hearing that for a while.
On that Graflex, I seen you didn't have pins on the side of it. Are you gonna leave it blank so like the light shines through those holes on the side, or you gonna put pogos in there?
No, I mean I'll take the pins out, and then this becomes the blade holder, and then you put the pins back in, and this stays in the hilt permanently. Is that what you mean,
okay.
JT?
Well, yeah, basically, but like when you look at the Graflex that you had, that like the shell towards the top, you had like it was empty where the pins would normally be, which could give a cool effect, like if the lightsaber was shining through,
right,
the windows. But yeah,
no, well, I did that. I did something like that on that Steamflex I was showing you. There's no pins in that, so the light shines through the blade holder.
Rich says that Crystal Chambers, I feel like I'm spamming the boards with my designs. Like, no, Rich, no, man, I love seeing your designs, dude. And
yeah,
I'm sure that everybody kind of sees those, and I'm sure they love them just as much, man. And you know, so don't feel that way, dude. Man, we love seeing your chassis and your Crystal Chambers, man. It's all good stuff, dude. All good stuff,
yeah,
man.
Absolutely. Cole, there's a guy on Etsy that sells the STL files for this, and I just kind of wanted to take it to the next level with, you know, metal hardware in between and stuff. And then this is an actual double terminated crystal, blue aqua aura double terminated crystal in there.
Wow.
And so he suggests doing it on a resin printer, but I was like, I'll figure it out. So I did.
Yeah. But it looks amazing. Amazing.
On a filament printer. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Check this box out, fellas. Look at this. See, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I found that there at Hobby Lobby, man.
Yeah, I love that place.
So it was like I found that box and I'm all like, okay, that's speaking Jedi right there. it just speaking Jedi to me.
You got Davy Jones's heart in there?
Yes, I'm telling you.
Hobby Lobby's a spot for boxes. You find all kinds of cool lightsaber boxes at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I bought that one, and I bought a plain one that's not painted or anything like that. So what I'm gonna do, like this one, is I'm gonna take a torch to it, and then I'll hit it with some polyurethane, and then I'll fix up the inside of it. And after I do all that, then I'll get Kelly to get her her Cricut and do some Arabish lettering for me. Put it on there along with
vinyl?
the Jedi symbol and all that stuff, man.
There you go.
Nice.
You can also get.
Oh,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
All right, thanks, Rich. Yeah, it is a great place to get the boxes.
Go ahead, JT.
I was gonna say Hobby Lobby sells on those end caps. They sell like little bags of like greeblies and stuff you can use for just like whatever building, you know. Like if you're building a chamber and all that.
Yeah, what's the? It's got like the red logo. Like, is that what you're talking about? That have all the brass tubes and aluminum tubes. The end cap display.
Yeah, it's like they're like little tiny like baggies. They just have a bunch of random like. Sometimes they'll just be like all gears. Sometimes it's like a bunch of keys. You know, just like random pieces.
You're talking about these here, Dave.
Yeah. What's that name brand? I always.
It's it says K&S.
K&S, that's it. It's like an acronym thing I was trying to think of. Yeah, I got on a whole box of those.
What are those tubes?
Yeah, they're brass tubes.
Yeah, they're badass.
Yeah,
they make it
I've got a few of those. I went and bought like about 3 packages.
Yeah, they're good for running wires inside crystal chambers because it'll blend into the crystal chamber and you can just run the wires through them and up and nobody will know.
My stock. Yeah, I've lost my damn mind.
Look at that. So if you go to Hobby Lobby and there isn't any, we know who took them all.
Yeah. Exactly.
There was a art supply store in the city that was going out of business, and I got a hot tip to go check out their rack of K&S brass and brought home, more than I'll ever use.
Right. Yeah, me too. Like how many crystal chambers am I gonna build in a lifetime? This is a sweet little find right here. I've never seen these before.
What you got?
It's always drying out. So
the smaller tubes, yeah.
Yeah, man.
What is E6000?
Yep.
Oh my
It's
god.
like that's
Premier
like the
glue.
preferred-
You gotta get you some.
It's good stuff. Prop glue.
Yeah, prop glue.
That's what holds on my underpants.
I can only imagine like when you're going to check these things out and the cashier's like, so what are you doing? What are you building with this? And you just look him dead in the eyes and say, I'm building a real lightsaber.
Yeah. I work for a company that does like laser cut and parts and stuff like that, and you just see these things and you're just like, I need to know what this is going to be.
I'll be
You see
cutting some
that
more
dude?
bullets.
He created a real life, like, or at least attempted to create like an actual plasma lightsaber. He's like the Hacksmith, I think his name is on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
At the end of the day, though, it's like a specific length flame because I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's
can't really
not
like a
contain it
blowtorch,
constant-
right?
Yeah, it's like a super
Pretty
high
much.
powered. Yeah.
He's done a few, like, in quotes, real life lightsabers. And
Yeah, one
Well,
was
this
made out of,
last
like,
one beat the
tungsten.
hell out of his tungsten one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did the Qui-Gon, like putting it in the door and it, like
Yeah.
melting around it. It's pretty cool. He's in the right direction, I think, but I think we're still pretty far away from ever fully getting something like that. At least to the standards that we want.
Yeah.
Like we want it
Well,
to
if
go
he
wow.
can fit it with
wow.
a magnetic field over it, oh my goodness.
Yeah. I think
I'd
the
be
main
stoked.
issue is like the contained blade, you know?
yeah,
The containment of it, yeah.
I'm hoping they figure out some type of hologram trick to where, they can at least, you won't hit anything, won't hurt anything. You put your hand through it, but it'll be like a hologram type of thing.
It still has
That's
to be
the
a
one
pretty
I need.
strong hologram.
Yeah, and then when you want to fight, you have to put it down and get the other one.
it's a hologram around an actual sword.
That's
Pull a
what the
ring.
off buttons are for. You make the sound effects, the clashing clink, clink, clink.
JB, what's the biggest bed size on the laser cutters at your work? I love that shit.
Well, we cut
Oh, Rich, cool. Thanks.
4x10 sheets of metal, but for shipping
damn.
restrictions, you can't ship things that big.
4x10. Damn.
So
they do metal and acrylic?
Yeah, metal, acrylic, some other plastics, and wood stuff.
Wow.
And then we do bending, tapping, powder coating.
I'd be in heaven.
Yeah, it's I have, if I had the time and didn't feel guilty about ordering so many parts for myself, I would just fill my apartment with parts. I made some cool stuff. I made myself a nice little shelf for my kitchen. I made a case for my power supply. I made I got like cafeteria trays and made like MDF rails to make like a work in progress rack, which I don't know. I love it. It's the best thing ever.
It's working.
That's cool.
JB made me some saber stands as well.
Yeah,
all metal.
saber stands.
Oh damn! See, I'd love to have that capability.
Yeah, it's it's addicting.
Big time.
The ability to make saber stands is nothing compared to the power of the Force.
Like you got your 3D printer, and a 3D printer is awesome, right? You have an idea, and you can have it in your hand in a day or so.
Right.
And this is like the next step up from that. Like most orders ship like in an hour, within a week.
Oh jeez. Yeah,
I've got better.
The company I work for is sendcutsend.com if you want to check it out.
Sendcuts.com?
Sendcutsend.com.
Send cuts.
As in, you send us your file, we cut it, and then we send it to you.
Sendcut. I'm Googling it right now. I got to check that out. Oh, is it Oshcut?
No. How dare you?
I found it. Well, Oshcut has got the top search. Sorry, man.
Yeah, well, they pay the most for those ads.
Dave's going to Oshcut now.
Bastards. All right.
How dare you?
They're
High treason.
I mean, I'm not saying this is true. I just heard rumors that their parts like explode. Give babies extra and stuff. Like, you don't want their parts.
Wow.
It's just a rumor. I'm not saying
it.
it's true. I'm just saying it was a rumor that I heard.
JB takes him down with a single sentence.
I'm just saying, guys, it's a rumor that I started.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Eventually, I'd
That's
like
funny.
to try my hand at a Mando saber. I mean, a Mando blaster.
Yeah.
Thanks for spoiling
I like
season
that.
3, man. I didn't know you get it a saber.
Yeah. Well, he did get a saber.
Did he?
Sure.
No, I got a saber on my brain. I don't know if he did or not, but
He won it in battle.
Yeah.
And Bo-Katan was
I
pissed.
hate that
He didn't
stupid-
even want it.
He didn't want it.
Right.
So are you in Nevada or in Kentucky?
I'm in Jersey City.
In Jersey City? So
Jersey,
it's
yeah.
Send Cut Send, right?
Yep.
Send
So yeah, we
with
have 2
Send.
shops and ship all over U.S. and Canada.
Okay, because I'm looking at the site and it says locations Nevada and Kentucky.
Yeah, I work remotely.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He works off-world.
Yeah.
He's off world. He's
In
in
the
the
outer
interwebs.
I have to come back in orbit every couple days to work my shift.
I've got a K40 laser cutter, JB. I love it. It's been a beast for like 3 years now, but I've had to put money into it to make it a beast. So it's only 12 by 8 inches, but it's just fun.
If I had a 12 by 8 inch laser cutter, it would never stop running.
Yeah, I use it a lot. It's crazy.
Cold Weather's comment, he says he'd rather want a real life blaster first, one that shoots harmless light. I don't know why that just reminded me of that scene of those, I think it's like 9 versus 9. Everybody is holding like a Roman candle, and it looks like Geonosis. Like the thick smoke with just beams coming through the light. It's awesome.
Wasn't it?
I used
Ethan
to have
Zimmer?
my friend hold a garbage can lid, and I would tape Roman candles to my arms. Like I thought I was like Optimus Prime, and I started
Or
shooting.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
I started shooting him with the Roman candles, and then once the candle got, they started firing from the middle of my arm, I had to rip the duct tape off.
You're burning yourself.
Started to burn me.
What a nerd.
That's funny.
Nerd.
Didn't Ethan Zimmer do a blaster where he put a nice sound card in it, but then he made I don't know if it was a Nerf dart thing or somehow he made little darts that were glow in the dark, and he figured out a way to make them look like tracers. It was crazy.
Yeah,
looking
somebody
on
did
camera.
it with LEDs and I don't know if that's the same one, but
Like you're shooting LEDs?
yeah, they had some sort of like triggering system. So as it went through the barrel, it would. The one I saw was that as it went through the barrel, it would flip the switch on
Do you remember those? Do you remember
projectiles?
those?
Yeah.
Cool.
Those plastic guns when we were growing up that had the little disc. You'd have like about 10
Bottle
discs go in.
caps.
The cap guns.
Yeah, bottle
Huh?
caps.
The cap guns.
No,
Yeah.
not the cap guns. They were
Little miniature frisbees. They look
yeah,
like little-
they're like little green and blue and red disc, and and you would stuff them in there in the side of them, and then when you pull the trigger, they'd shoot out at you, right?
they go
You
far.
get together with your friends and shoot those. Now that would be kind of ideal if you put like a little like LED inside those little discs like that, and
There you
you'd
go.
see it spin in there, and that'd be looking like a little laser right there.
Maybe, yeah.
You
If
can
it's
make them
bright
out of,
enough,
like-
you can possibly even make it look long, because usually when you see like a blaster bolt in Star Wars, it's not just like a dot, it's like it's got a little bit of length to it. So if it's bright enough and it moves quick enough, you can make it like zip.
You can make them glow in the dark. It'd be a lot easier, and then just shoot them out, and then you'd see them fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the video I saw. They looked like they were, I don't know, 6 inches long as they were like flying across the backyard. It's like, how the hell? It's been a while.
She's like, you're still alive.
Sorry, guys. The wife's.
Mundo should have taken out the garbage when she first said it.
He's in trouble.
No, the wife is just making fun of the wife is making fun of the daughter right now, and I'm trying to mute so I don't get everything on
Like mute. God damn it, they heard it.
Exactly.
You're almost done there, Space?
I think I'm ready for a test.
Let's do it. Let's see it.
Test it.
Oh shoot, you connected that. So I didn't even see you connect the PCB to the wires.
That's how
I
fast
found
he
my
is.
bag of bullet
an animal.
casings, so I can cut some of these up too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's working!
Oh man, I'm not fast enough
Now I
on the
gotta
clips.
make sure all the LEDs got all the colors.
Look at that.
See, now would be the time for like a StreamYard clip of just like Borat saying "Great success," Very nice.
Or you got Doc going, great Scott! The gigawatts! It's the gigawatts!
Great Scott!
I saw you added the Indiana Jones face melting Space.
I know.
Yeah, it was actually an old clip that I grabbed a couple years back, and I thought I had it already added in, but had to find it again on my phone and then stick it back in there.
That would be hilarious. Seeing Space turn on his lightsaber and then the face is melting off.
Yeah, you got to edit that back and forth. That'd be funny as shit.
It would. There you go, Cole. LED dart gun.
Hey, Space, you gotta send me one of those PCBs so I can make you the holders for them.
Oh, okay.
Looks like you got success. Joy.
It looks good, man. Looks real good.
Thanks. Now I'm gonna take it to my. I got a different mat over here with the inches laid out, so I'm gonna cut it because I leave it real long just in case something has to be adjusted. But now I'll cut the ends off.
How long is it as is?
Let's see.
Probably
It
like
is 40
tri-star length.
inches, 40 and a half or so, because it's like the full meter. But I cut them down to about 32. Yeah, Rob, what I'll do is I'll send you some blade plug chips because the blade plug, like the PCBs, like before I let me grab one here. Like before I solder it, it's flat obviously, but it's only after I solder it that becomes a problem. So if we could fit the blade plug chip, then I'm sure to fit these once they're done, if you know what I mean.
Are they the same size as the blade plug chip?
Yeah. It's like all the mass of the blade plug chip, all these LEDs and resistors and stuff. That's like the most it would be. So if it fit that, it would fit any of my other chips. I'm thinking, including like a Pentastar.
So I'll tell you what, I'll make you a set of like 10 and then I'll just send it to you and you can let me know if those work for you.
Okay.
Are you using thin wall or thick wall blades?
Thin.
Okay, so I'll make it for thin wall. 1 inch, right?
Yeah.
All right. Done.
Beauty.
Gold to the man in space. What's Derek got on his I'm gonna check it out.
Well, that's mine.
Oh, my bad.
That's we've been putting together the Discord channel.
Right.
So that's actually good timing because it's getting it's just like well past my bedtime, but I gotta go find my pillow shortly. But we started getting the Discord going, so we'd like to get our regulars in there and keep the discussion going outside of just the video times.
Nice.
And we've already got some stuff going on there, and Civilized Sabers is part of that. We got some separate rooms for that stuff.
What is the Visa? I got like a Visa underneath my name.
Visa. So the server's kind of set up like the concept is that it takes place on the old ship as a space station, and parts of it are based off of a book series where to get access to the space station you need a visa, otherwise you're stuck in the docks. So visa is means that you accepted the rules, because you have to have some control of the server. So it's just that's the base stat. So like you're either some schlub who's only allowed the docks, or you have a visa that you have access to the full station.
It let me scan the QR code right on the screen. I'm in.
Here, check this out. This is what you need to travel right here.
Galactic passport.
Hell yeah. My passport just expired. I'm so bummed. I need one of those, Rob.
That's actually leather too, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Wow.
Oh wait, no, that's a slip.
Oh.
I didn't know that was a slip for it.
Oh,
Dude,
that's
that is
great.
Sweet.
Yep.
That's
That is
awesome.
nice.
I didn't know you
man.
could do that.
Have you used it yet?
I just renewed it because I'm going out of the country in February, so I had to renew it. So this has got no stamps, but my old one has stamps.
Dude, I never even thought
Wow.
to do anything like that. That is awesome.
Yeah, I'd love to be there when the customs guy stamps it. He's gonna be like, "What the hell?"
If you guys want, I'll send you the link. I got it on eBay. It was like $15, and it's real leather. It's nice.
That's
I like
dope.
it.
Very nice.
Yeah, man.
My buddy strikes her. He's a good guy.
That's cool, man.
He's from Germany.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's part of the crew. Me and a good group of buddies, we're gonna be heading down to Celebration in April. It'll be my first ever celebration.
Nice.
And I get to do it with some good buddies. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. First time ever going to Europe as well.
Prayers for safe travels, buddy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna have
love
to
it.
miss this year's celebration because I'm going out in February, so I won't be
Come
able to go. I
on.
won't be able to go, man.
Come on, man. I gotta meet you. All right.
I made it. I made it to this last one, but because of the plans for this year, I'm like, I'm just not gonna be able to squeeze it in.
As in, previous to this trip, Rob, you were considering going to the UK?
No, I want to go to
For
the UK
celebration?
too, but I'm not going to the UK. I'm going to Central America.
Right,
to-
right. No, I meant like before you made the Central America decision, you were considering going to, because it's in London this year, right?
Yes.
Or next year.
Next year. Yep. I
April
want.
7th through the 10th, I think.
I don't
Something like
remember the
that.
dates.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
No, but I just got back from Fan Expo Canada, and as a broke college kid, 2 conventions in a year is unheard of. But I'm gonna try to make it happen. I will try. You will try.
But that's the good thing about being a broke college kid. You can stay in hostels. You can stay with friends. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You
we're
get to
gonna
my
do
age.
a-
You're a little more snobby.
We're gonna do an Airbnb, and my buddy Nick, he actually lives like 20 minutes away from each like main central point, like the airport,
Oh,
Celebration,
nice.
everything. He's completely local, so it's gonna be a
Oh,
blast.
that works out perfect.
Mhm.
Are any of you guys going besides JT?
No.
No.
Even at the end of the day, though, it's not even definite. Like, I'm gonna try my damned hardest to go, but it's like it's gonna be a big step. Like
That
walking
would
on
be
the
a
moon.
bucket list thing for me to do, man.
Yeah, it's been on my list for like, was it like 6 or 7 years? No, something like that.
Yeah.
Always wanted to go. Even
And
when
where
Carrie
is
Fisher
fun?
was around and she was going to those things.
And where do you stay,
Save my
JT?
money, but when my kids get into college, then I have a reason to go.
What was that, Rob?
Where do you stay at? Like what part of the country?
Oh, I'm in upstate New York. Right
Okay,
now.
okay.
Yeah. And I've only ever been like west one time, and that was like 2 years ago. I went to USN, Las Vegas. It's a Usual Suspects network. My dad is a knife dealer, and this is like a VIP club thing.
Oh,
whatever
cool.
You gotta go to, because every year he brings my sister to Atlanta, Georgia, which is the Blade Show. But USN is just like another kind of like caliber of that. And since I don't usually go, when he brings my sister, I got to go with him to that, which is a pretty neat experience.
Wow,
Nice.
see, I'm
let
a
me
knife collector myself, man.
let me get one real quick. I'll show you.
I see some real blades.
He's an actual arms dealer.
Yeah. Actual arms dealer. Oh, they were. What are you saying? Dave isn't an arms dealer? That's messed up, yo.
Only in your mind.
He's an intergalactic arms dealer.
JT, you're
We can't hear you, JT.
muted.
There we go.
There we go.
You busted
So
a
my
move.
mouth moved. That's why no one was home. Anyways, they're called Microtechs. They're They're like out the front automatic switchblades. You can look at my dad's stuff on Instagram at Silverline Knives. But this is the stuff that you get. This is, I think, a UTX 85. You press the switch on the side, and then it's automated. Yeah, it's automated.
Whoa!
You ever see the you ever see the John Wick movies? I think it's the second one. It's when he's in that subway with that bounty hunter, and they're like mad dogging each other from like across the way. But there's a bunch of people. They bring their knives out. Like one of them is a Microtech.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it's like a direct Delta or something like that. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff, you know.
Smooth operator.
That's incredible.
Oh my god!
You want a knife? I got you. I'll hook you up.
So that's considered a switchblade, right?
Yeah. So like, I don't know what your state's regulations are, but New York
totally legal in mine. Totally
Yeah.
legal in mine.
All right. Well, our New York runs by whatever the populace of New York City votes, because there's way more people down there. So even though I'm upstate and there's nobody, we still gotta go by that. But like concealed weapon laws is like you can't have it in public, and if you do, you know, don't get caught. Don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot with that kind of stuff. Anyways, you know, you can have it. Just whatever. You know,
shoot, over here you can actually walk around with your a samurai sword strapped to your back, man.
Yeah. All different states, man. I mean, I've been collecting weapons. Like he's been a knife dealer before I was born. I've always ever known him as to be one. So weapons are part of my religion. You know,
I'm the same way, dude. Ever since I was 5 years old, I've been collecting. My dad, you know, would get me knives and swords, and oh my gosh, I've got martial arts stuff. I've got, you name it, I pretty much got it almost.
Windows got nunchucks. He's got ninja stars, shurikens. He's got it all.
Dude, I've got a whole wall of ninja stars. Don't even start it, man.
No one's breaking.
I only got about
Mundo's
30
ranch.
or 40 stars, man.
I used to think I was going to grow up and be a ninja.
I think we all did, watching American Ninja and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I was planning to be. I was going to be like Michael Dudikoff. I was like making all the whatever finger gestures he was making. And...
Well, in our day, JT, it was American Gladiators. guys with long hair and spandex. Basically like pro wrestlers, but in a goofy TV show.
Yeah, Cole is right. I do got guns. I'm always carrying. I always got a gun on me. I got my CCW, so that is definitely. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight because you'll lose that one.
Oh man!
Just watch Indiana Jones once, and you know.
Don't bring a knife to a gunfight because you'll lose that one.
I got a 22 up there. I don't know if you can see it. It's above my mirror. It's a 1022 Ruger with a 80-yard trophy scope and a clear banana mag.
Oh, very nice.
It's a little pew pew. I like it because it's got no recoil. It's fun. You just got like paintball finger, you know. Yeah.
My go-to is a Dirty Harry's 357 mag, 686 model, 6-inch barrel, double.
I want to get my pistol permit.
Oh,
Dave got the nunchucks. He got the saber chucks.
You guys seeing these? This shit's so funny. There you go.
Oh man, it's cool.
And it's got brass on top of that. Look at that.
I probably shouldn't have shown these because I send these to space for Christmas. You'd be giddy.
All right, Chad, it's time for me to head out.
Have a good night, JB.
Yeah. Good
Yes, sir,
night.
JT.
night.
Have
Thanks
a
for
good
being
Good
here.
night, chat.
Good night.
Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah, Mundo, I got a similar weapon to yours. I got the Ruger version, and it turns out I'm an awful shot. Like I went to the range, and my friend who's a former police officer, and he was so good that, like, you know, they have the metal it was an outdoor range where they had like metal targets.
Yeah.
And you could just hear it like kerplink, 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 kerplink. Every time you pulled the trigger, there was a great sound coming from these metal targets. I was like, give me that. I'm going to, in my mind, I'm excellent, fucking excellent. So I start shooting the gun. I go through the entire thing. I didn't hear a single kerplink.
No kerplink.
I was only like 20 feet away. So don't get in my way because I could miss.
Yeah, you probably didn't line up the sight,
Space.
just the where it should be.
Space trained with the stormtroopers.
I was hitting my head on the way in and everything.
I don't know what it is. That's like the common mindset in general, like even in like ranges and stuff. People just have this overbearing confidence with pistols. They believe they can just hit things from like, buddy, I'll snap you from 100 yards away with my Ruger 1020. It's like, no, dude. It's a lot harder than it looks, and it makes it.
It's very hard.
It makes it, it makes you realize, you got a lot of respect for these, master quick draw. They do the side holster and they fan it, and then time 0.167 seconds or whatever.
But I noticed that those pistols that they use like that, they're not a very high caliber.
Well, yeah, even
those targeting pistols are like 22s, right?
Most of them are. Like when my dad and I had a little contest, we would shoot at a beer cans, right? And my dad would shoot. He'd hit the beer can a couple of times, but I'd empty all 6 without the can hitting the ground. My dad shit. He's like, oh shit. And that's hard to do with the heavy bullet that I use. I don't know if I can do it anymore right now because I hadn't shot that beast in a long time, but geez, that thing's got some power. Stopping power. Big time. But it's a lot of fun. Man. And my father-in-law, he has all kinds of museum pieces, from swords to rifles to guns. He actually was hired by Phil Collins to do some of those old muskets from the Alamo and to restore them. That was pretty interesting.
You guys want to see the home defense system?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's what guards that collection.
Here we go.
It's like an M4 frame on that. What is that?
It's a DDR M4.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Damn.
Now they make conversion.
Was that a 30-round clip? 50?
Oh,
are those mags strapped together like dual mags?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Rob, are they 30 or 50-round clips?
Don't ask me that question.
Question retracted.
They make was it conversion kits for 22s to make it look like that, but it's still like the actual,
I got a BB gun that looks like that.
I got a Nerf gun that looks like that.
He's like, I saw a picture of something like that one time.
Rob, I'm drooling at that thing right now, man. God.
Yep, this is my home defense right here.
Man, that's pretty easy.
Any of Rob's helmets. After helmet number 10, he's like, I got to get some serious firepower up in here.
Hey, you got to protect those helmets somehow.
Absolutely.
He's got an investment there worth protecting.
That'd be pretty scary. You go flying out your front yard with that thing and a lightsaber in your other hand. They'd be like, I'm out.
That is the ultimate American. M4 in one hand and a space sword in the other.
And then this is the blaster right here.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Man's just showing his whole arsenal. He's got a red dot on it. Flashlight.
Is that like a Judge Dredd gun?
No, this is a It's a Glock 19, but I've upgraded it significantly.
That's a Glock. I was gonna say that looks like a USP.
It's kind of hard to see.
Man,
just
it's
because
nice.
black.
Very
But
nice.
it's got the red and stuff. It's got the RMR on it. Got a tack light.
Wow.
I'm not impressed. You need to dip it in solid gold. Okay.
The solid gold.
Pretty sweet, man.
Yeah.
I like
So
the
you
holster for that too.
Yeah, this is this is my my CCW holster, my EDC everyday carry.
Nice. Yeah, they use the same term for that in the knife world too. EDCs.
Yeah, everyday carry. So this is part of your everyday carry. You carry your gun, your mag, spare mag, your knife, and then whatever other goodies you have with you.
Cool, man.
Are you in like security for a job, Rob?
So I'm sergeant for
FBI.
California ISO. We guard and manage the power grid.
Oh,
wow.
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Keeping it safe. That's crazy.
So
I
I
don't
can
know
leave
if you're
around.
around.
Safe and secure society.
Rob will reorganize the
protecting
world
unlimited power.
into the first galactic empire.
Unlimited power.
He's already got the passport. It's happening.
He's like, the attempt on my life is
Let's
almost God.
I don't know if you were on earlier, Rob, but we've been getting warnings down here about the power grid's getting heated up because of all the AC people are running because of the heat wave. They said that they're like asking us to take it easy on the grid
So
from
that's
4 to
actually
9
coming,
p.m.
That's coming from us. So California ISO
Really?
sends out those Flex Alert commercials, and so luckily for us, we have 2 facilities, one in Folsom and one in Lincoln. I'm in charge of the Lincoln facility, and thank God, like just because we need to have power there, they won't shut our power off. They'll shut your guys' power off, which is great.
I know. I keep wondering
I
if it's come down to that.
I got one of those emails too. I think it was about the Quad Star.
Quad Star.
Every
Draining
time
too much
Space connects it to the tester. Freaking
Only one Quad Star per year, they told
New
me.
York starts to flicker when he hooks that up to the tester.
All right, y'all. Well, I think it is my bedtime as well. But I think I'm gonna head out here. I see that
Thanks for being here, JT.
you've completed the blade though, so that's what matters. So
Yeah, nearly. It's working. It's working, so that's a plus.
we're still flying half a ship. Anyways. All right. You guys rock. Stay cool is awesome.
All right, bro.
All
Take
right,
care.
thanks for hanging out, buddy.
Hey, have a good night, man.
Later, man.
Take care, bud.
And then there was 4. We started out with what? 6 of us? 7 of us? Wasn't there 7?
They're dropping
we
like
break
flies.
Did we break the record tonight? Was it 7?
I think 7's the most I've seen.
But was that
I want
because
to
Derek?
get like 10 people on here one time because like StreamYard allows me to have 10 people, but I don't think I ever had close to that.
We can bring Jeremy and Albert in.
Right?
Definitely send them the link.
I'll tell him. I'll tell him for the next one.
And Benji?
Oh yeah, that's right. Benji too.
Yeah.
I think I
they had
send
mentioned
Benji
it
the
twice
link
that we
every
should bring
time.
Benji in.
I think Benji's in my list already. That he gets the link.
That'd be cool. And that'd be a party.
Yeah, that definitely would be badass.
Let the mom jokes fly.
Oh, I've been sending Space a lot of dad jokes, man.
Yeah, those are my style. They're like these 2 guys on TikTok that just have the corniest jokes. I just sit there cracking up.
Oh, they're like sitting on a lake or something drinking beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen it. Hey Cole, you want me to go to Texas? No one guards the power grid over there.
He says, "Can we import Rob?"
You pay for the plane ticket. I have my galactic passport.
Showing up with
Hey Rob,
lightsabers and
like
guns.
you machine sabers. Did you ever like do gunsmithing?
Yes, so actually the Glock I just showed you, I built that Glock. I didn't machine the slide, but I do have my 21 that I machined. If you guys want to check it out, I'll bring it out.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let me go get it. Hold on.
Wow.
I kind of secretly like love guns, and I'm also like afraid of them. But I really like them just for being like a dude. Like you just love GI Joe and guns and everything. So, but I am also afraid of them. So
Well, it's just like anything. Well, even just like the saber space, you gotta respect it, man.
yeah,
You don't respect it, then things happen. That's all there is to it. Like my kids, they know where my stuff is, but they don't ever touch it. And they and I've taught them. Like I showed them this video where this person was shooting at a watermelon and what it can do to a person if person gets shot. And when you teach them young and you teach them the consequences of something like what could happen, they look at it differently. So my kids know where things are, but they don't mess with my stuff. So
yeah. Like I've seen like videos where
No.
they're shooting them like gel packs. That's kind of like a person too, and like that's scary.
mm-hmm.
See them gel packs like explode or whatever happens to them. It's like, oh my god. But I live alone, so I have them all over the place. They're ready to go.
There you go.
They are ready to go. Like, don't bust in here. You're going to get your head split open.
You also got to do some of them kung fu moves.
Well, now that I'm all like weak from like being sick, I used to want to like attack people if they came in just with my bare hands, but now I just keep like a gun around. I'm like, well, it's just easier this way. But I don't want to destroy my house with it. If like they pop in, if I could karate chop them or something, that'd be way better. Then I won't like destroy my floor with a bullet in it or like my wall. I just painted everything. Everything's got fresh paint.
Don't shoot the floor, please.
Whoa, it came on for a split second there.
Yeah, with these like prisms that I test with the prism, I don't know, it provides like a flash when it's kind of always been something with the prism.
Right? That's okay. So it wasn't just me that thought that, because that's what happened when I had my.
Yeah, see, look, like I'll test with my Profi. Profi box, it won't do that. Watch. So I'm like pushing it toward the Profi, doesn't light up, but then it lights up.
So it's like a little delay.
Something with the prism. I don't know.
Huh.
If you all have a prism, you probably realize that happens. Like you stick the blade in a saber and it just like flashes for a second.
Yeah.
Glassflex has a Prism 5 in it. It does that every time.
I was told it's also to do with like if you put certain different like LEDs, I think it won't do it, but I don't know. I always see it happen. I don't know.
This is back when I was using 50/50s, so.
All right, guys, I'm back. First thing you do with the gun, you got to make sure it's clear and safe before you handle it.
Yep.
So here's the one I machined.
Man, look at that. That is great, Rob.
It's from scratch, like on your mill, and I'm confused.
No, so this was a Glock 21, a 45 caliber, but I machined the little details on the slide.
Oh, damn.
Is the slide also like I thought a Glock was a plastic gun?
No, just the polymer, just the lower polymer. Just the lower is plastic, but everything else is like legit.
So did you machine for the extra flash up front for the less recoil or what?
For the light?
No, for where you got the holes there on the barrel. Usually when you get the extra holes like that,
that's intended for like less recoil, but I mean, it shoots fucking amazing. Like after I did this, I was kind of scared to go shoot it because I took off some material. but obviously it turned out great.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great because, Space, if you don't know that the holes right there, a lot of the expanded gases that come out from the bullet go through the holes right there. So it with the recoil, it lessens up like tremendously. Oh, listen to that action.
Oh,
So
I
yeah,
did not know that.
does it
yeah.
also flash out those holes too? Like you would see if you actually
No.
shot it, you would see light come out.
Not
of
as
there?
much.
It doesn't because I didn't bore the barrel. I was going to bore the barrel, but I decided not to. I left. Well, all I did was just work on the slide, so you can see where I machined the very end. You see that little like dip right here where the barrel's exposed more.
Yeah.
That looks
looks
crazy.
sweet. That looks very Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
that's what I'm thinking.
My God, man,
It's starting
that
to
is
look like a
nice.
blaster, Rob.
Yep, this is my blaster.
And what's the deal with the trigger's got a red line on it? Is that something you did, or is that something that comes with it?
So Glocks don't have safeties. You pull the trigger, it's gonna fire. But that little red thing is technically your safety. So if I try to pull it, it's not gonna click. But if my finger touches that, then it'll engage.
Okay.
Oh, it's like a second button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of like if you have your finger resting on the side, there's no danger. But then the second you roll it around to the front, then you're.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
That's actually like akin to the Jedi or the Jedi killer.
That's pretty smart.
Like it's like the red wire.
Pretty smart though. Too bad they don't put
is
that
just
on all of them.
Amazing, Rob. Amazing. I mean, as a firearms enthusiast, man, thank you so much for showing that, man.
Mundo's getting giddy.
I am, dude. I can't. Oh man.
Yeah. So
Love it.
this
Very
is
Star Wars. Those marks.
this is my first gun, and I've had it forever. I think I've had it for like 20 years, and the firing pin went bad on me, and I was out shooting, and the firing pin went bad, and I was like, well, fuck. What am I going to do with this now? So I decided to completely take it apart, gut it, rebuilt it. So all this is brand new. All the inside, you can see it's still like nice. You got some like shiny stuff.
Oh man, that's pretty. Yeah, that's cool.
So even the coil's different. It's not OEM. I upgraded the coil. The only thing I didn't change was the barrel. The barrel's original, but all the internals, everything that goes inside of here it's all brand new.
Very nice.
That's crazy. Meaty.
Yep. And very smooth.
And you can see it's weathered too. It's like a shiny weathering.
Yeah. Definitely a cool effect.
So that's the one I machined.
Very, very nice.
That's incredible.
You got the toys now, so you're able to do it. That's awesome. One day, Rob, I'll get the mill and the lathe. Maybe not as big as the one you got in the garage, but I definitely want something in between.
What was the show that they used to have? It was like on Discovery Channel, I think. It was like this family. They lived in Colorado. They had their gun shop, and they had the machinery to work on guns. They had a daughter who like knew how to take apart the guns, put them back together. The father was like running the shop. Did you guys watch that? That was a good show.
Yeah,
It was called,
I did.
American something.
American Guns, yeah. American Guns.
Is that what it was called?
Something like that, yeah.
Like, in that show, the father believed that, if you couldn't take the gun apart and put it back together again, like you shouldn't have it.
Yeah.
I just always thought that was an interesting idea. That seemed proper. Like, yeah, not that I can do it, but seems right.
I'm not going to say I'm a gun enthusiast, but I do consider myself an expert just because I've been shooting them for so many years and because of my career field and my job. Gun safety is priority. You always keep your finger off the trigger. You put it on the slide at all times unless you're actually ready to shoot. And we have range rules that we have to follow, like keep your finger off the trigger, don't cover your muzzle with anything you don't plan on shooting or destroying. So don't point your gun at people. Like if you're gonna point your gun at something, point it in a safe direction or at what you're actually intend to shoot. Know your target and its surrounding, and know the condition of your firearm. Just stuff like that. If you stick to those rules and you keep them, in your heart and always, practice safety, you'll be fine.
Yep. Absolutely.
Agreed.
I couldn't have said it better. And that's because, I shoot quite a bit at my ranch. And that's the one thing that I make sure if anybody, there's only been one person in my life that has gone to my ranch and not listened to my rules. And to this day, we are no longer friends and he is no longer near my ranch at all. And
can't be dealing with idiots. Idiots and guns don't mix.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. And this guy was going into the Coast Guard, believe it or not.
Well, he'll learn. Don't teach him. He's going to learn real quick or he's going to be out of a job.
Remember there was some idiot a couple of years ago that handed like a little 10-year-old girl like a freaking Uzi or a Mac-10 and the fucking thing, like she pulled the trigger, recoiled, and it popped him in the fucking head and he died.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you hand a 10-year-old girl? Like, what's the scenario where that makes sense?
And that's another thing, man.
A fully automatic thing, like 100 bullets a minute. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, just introduce her to a gun. Like, don't need to give her an Uzi. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, those little plastic BB airsoft guns. Those are the stuff I'm training my girls on. I'm going to train my girls on so that they start off with that, then a BB gun, then a pellet gun, then a 22, and then higher on as they get a little bit older. That's the hierarchy that I have for training my girls with firearms. And it's all safety. You don't
need to be afraid of the guns. You just got to respect the guns. That's it. Don't be afraid of them.
That's the whole, bottom line. You got to respect it, just like anything else.
Yeah, my dad was way into it. You using super glue, Space?
Yeah.
For that part, yeah.
Just to it, it doesn't even adhere that well. I don't know why. Like I can pop them off if something goes wrong pretty easily.
Right. Yeah, but like, what scenario is that going to come popping out if the pins are always pushing up against it? But I've been using the super glue because you can't get that thick gooey stuff you sent me up in there.
Right.
The plastic weld, it's just too big of a nozzle.
And you don't get much time with that before it starts to set. It's like seconds.
Yeah, because I had a blade tip I was able to pull back off after probably not using enough of the plastic weld. So I put more on there the next day and got it. But you're right. I was shocked at how quick it started to set up.
Now, I got a question for you guys while we're talking about blades and stuff. So I've got my EvoFlex that I've been, putting a few things on. And one of the things that I did notice, and I don't know if it's the pins or if it's the blade with the LEDs itself, but sometimes the blade will only do half of the LEDs and the other half will stay on.
What do you mean by half? One side of the blade or up to half?
Yeah, you'll see one side lit up, or you'll see the bottom lit up, and then the top half is not lit up. And it gets all wonky sometimes. And I'm like, and that's because I've got my battery fully charged. So it'll go, but then there'll be times where it'll light all the way up, and then there'll be a few times where I'll have like a blue, like the blue color, and it goes kind of like grayish on one side. So it's like, okay. So are like half the LEDs not working or what's going on? So I'm not sure if it's the pins in the Saber or if it's the LEDs in the blade. I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, you got to like have a second Saber or get a friend Saber to like plug that blade into. If it's doing the same thing, it's the blade. And then if it's the blade, it's probably like a data line issue. most likely.
Yeah.
But you got to check them connections, like at the bottom of the blade. It could be with that like a that they're hanging on by a hair, let's say like a wire hair, and it's like contacting sometimes and then not, or if it's not the data, it could be the positive line touching something it shouldn't, like touching data, or not connected properly, only connected properly in sometimes, you know.
Yeah, I definitely say it's a bad connection somewhere.
Yeah.
Is that the only blade you have, Mundo?
Yeah, it's the only one it's the only blade I have because it's the only one
Okay.
that I've ever built. So, and it worked fine for a long time.
I'll send you one, Muno. I got a couple blades here. They're not tri-stars, but they're blades that I use to test with and stuff like that. So I got a couple extra. I'll send you one or two of them so you can have a working one and also just see if it's the blade or whatever.
Yeah, just send one, man, because I'm gonna after I get my my attic done, if I have enough, I'm gonna order some LEDs, and I was thinking doing the 35-35s and trying my hand at those.
Those are fun. I had a blade do that exact same thing, Mundo, and it turned out to be the factory solder joint where in the middle. And one of them was on either the negative or the pot. One of them was a cold solder joint, and so it would flicker and do all kinds of crazy things. So I had to pull the blade completely apart and go in there and resolder that factory solder joint in the middle of the strip, and then it's been great ever since.
Yeah. Okay. So
that can do it too.
We'll see what happens. No, also, one of the other things I just thought about this now too, because I was testing out my friend's boot font, where he says "Que pasa, mama," and I put it on the Evo Flex, but it skipped over it. It just didn't play it whatsoever. So,
did you name it right?
It's got the .wav file.
I mean, what soundboard is that?
Well, it's for the Evo Flex, their
proprietary board.
Yeah.
The toughest thing to get right when you're exporting those WAV files, Mundo, is verifying that it's mono. A lot of people like okay, you're on a PC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do a right click and do properties, it should tell you in properties on a PC if it's 16-bit, 44K, and then stereo or mono. If it says stereo, that's the problem.
So, okay, now I would go. So if I had it on stereo, then I would go into Audacity and change it to mono. Now, would I change it to 16-bit if it's or 32-bit or what?
No, you're going to want 16-bit 44. That's that's like CD quality, and all the modern boards will read that file size now.
Okay.
Or that compression size. That's what I use now on all the modern fonts. We used to have to do 22, which was half the resolution. And you can't really hear it on a Saber speaker, but I could hear it in headphones, or it's a little bit a touch grainier. The new fonts are so much better with the 44.1K. So much more dynamic. So yeah, 16, 44.1, and mono. As long as it's those three and you export it as a WAV, there's no reason it shouldn't work.
Okay.
So my guess is it's going to be the mono thing.
Now here's another thing. Do I need to put when I put it onto the Saber? Is it going to be its own file in there on the SD card, or do I need to put it into a file already that has let's say Furcom or Nextor or any of those? Do I need to put it in one of those, or is it just by itself and it'll work by itself?
I I don't know, since their board's a proprietary board, how their file directory is set up.
Uh-huh.
Did it have a boot when you got it?
No, it's I'm trying to. Well, here's the thing, because some years back when I started, working on the Saber, and Shamim sent me. I gave Shamim the file, and he converted it for me, right? But then when I tried to put it on the Saber, just a couple of years back, it didn't work right for some reason. It wouldn't go in there, so I was trying to figure out how to do it. Well, on from what you were telling me and stuff like that, I went into Audacity and I did see that it was stereo, and so
Okay.
that's why I'm asking now, and to change it up to mono and 16-bit, and then export it out and then transfer it into the SD card.
Are you
Yeah.
trying to make that boot work on a specific font?
Well, I want it as a specific boot, just like when I start it up, just when it boots up.
Yeah, it's kind of different for the different board makers how that works, where you need to put the file. That's why I was asking if it had a boot before when you used to pull the kill key. Would it play the same?
Well, it's never played. It's never played. That's the problem. It's never played.
Okay.
And I've been trying to figure out why it's not playing. And I don't know if I need to put it like at the top of the list on the SD card or on the bottom, or I don't know how that works. So that's why I'm asking you guys. So.
Well, here, Cold's chiming in. He says the diadem boards always confuse me. I could never get that thing to work. Titan Gray says, "Hail to the great and watch Shamim." And
yes,
then,
exactly.
Rich says, "Make sure there's no metadata."
Metadata?
Yeah, I've never had that trip me up. But then again, I'm exporting all my samples through Ableton Live. And I think it gets rid of all that kind of stuff.
You can always ask Dave. What's his last name?
Craswell. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I may ask him.
I'll do batch processing in Audacity if I just want to like roll off the bass, on like 20 files at a time.
Yeah.
Or the entire sound font package. That's kind of how I've mastered the Crystal Focus legacy fonts, because a lot of like the swing sounds were super bassy, and so I would just throw those into Audacity, roll off the lower end, and then export them and re-import them, and that would clean it up. So Audacity is great for batch processing, but no, I'm surprised if it's saying it's 16-bit 44 K and then mono, that that it's not. It should work.
It should work. Okay.
Is it like CFX where you have to have it named properly and placed properly? Could that be the issue?
Well, I mean, I named it boot2.wave, so I don't know. Is that the problem? Maybe.
Is there a boot one?
Yeah.
What's that?
Is there a boot one or boot before that boot two?
No, I just named it boot 2. I mean, just
that's
because,
probably your problem right there. Just don't put a 2 at the end. Just leave it boot or boot 1. Try boot first and then boot 1.
Okay, I'll try that.
That could be your issue right there.
Yeah, because everything in the folder has to be. It's always looking for that first file of that type. So it's either going to be like Rob said, boot or boot 1. Just kind of like, you have a swing 1, 2, 3, 4, and if any one of those is missing or wacky in order, it'll do crazy shit.
Yeah. Well, see, because I've got like 4 sound fonts, and and in the folders there. So that's why I was saying, do I guess put it at the top of the list of fonts?
No, I don't think that matters because it's gonna be configured alphabetically anyways.
Okay.
So just name it as we're telling you. Take off that 2.
Okay, so just put boot and that's it. Okay.
Try that first.
Yeah.
So change
Some
it to 16-bit mono and just boot, and then export it out, and then transfer it to the. Okay.
I would. I mean, if you still have, Shamim knows what he's doing when it comes to fonts. So if you have his original file, maybe just try that one. And like Rob said, either try it with it saying boot, but some of the other boards outside of the Crystal Focus line like it when it's boot 1 or sometimes boot 01, like in the case of I think NEC. It was like double digits. It preferred that in some cases.
That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if my email
N44.
with
Okay.
him still in it. The Saber supports 16-bit wave files, 22.1 hertz and 44.1 hertz. Can't find a manual on it. Yeah.
Now, Mundo, when you advance to the other fonts, do they play a boot?
Yes, they play a boot. They all do.
So
Okay,
go
well,
off of those. So look at how those other ones are named and copy that name onto the one you're using.
Oh, okay.
And another trick is reformat your SD card because you want to start from scratch because it needs to rewrite, like totally delete it and then copy all your files back over to it again.
No, first save.
Yeah.
Save them, and then delete them and then copy them.
Yeah.
Make a backup.
Make a backup.
Yeah, that's what I did is I created a file with all those fonts first, and then I named it Electrum fonts, and then so that way I don't have to just keep doing it over and over and over again. I just copy and.
So you've already got the backup of it on your PC?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you don't reformat for a long time, then the board will just start doing all kinds of wonky things.
Yep.
Got it. So it's just better to reformat every time I put something on there?
You don't have to.
Yeah.
I mean, so this is what I do. Like if I'm adding a new font track, yes, I'll just format it just for the shits and giggles. But if you're just adjusting configuration and stuff like that, and I'm just talking from the CFX end, I don't format it. But if you're going to be adding new tracks or new fonts, then yeah, I just do it just to save myself the headache of it. For whatever reason, it acts wonky, and then I got to do it again.
Yeah.
And always save like the original one, like you were saying. You might not have the OG one from Shamim anymore, but whenever you download something from somebody, just like name it like whatever OG, and then copy it if you're going to start changing shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna look to see in my emails if it's still down in there somewhere. So, I've probably got like 6 million emails. But all I gotta do is just type in Shamim and see if that'll bring it up.
The CFX is actually really forgiving when it comes to like kind of updating a font because like while I've been mastering this font I've been working on for space, I'll make pretty significant changes to the files and add extra sounds, and I'll just drag and replace the folder on the SD card, and I'll probably do that 20 times without reformatting. And then by the 20th time, then it'll start to get a little glitchy. I'm like, all right, time to reformat. So I'll push it as far as I can just to see how long it's going to take for it to mess up and then reformat.
And speaking of, I too would like a copy of that font. So just tell me what I owe you.
Right?
Same here. Actually, Space and I need to talk about who we want to send the font out to do font reviews. So that'll help things out.
Yeah, send it to Rob to do it if it's ready when it's ready.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely review it.
So yeah, if that font if that boot will work on the Electrum Saber, then I know it'll work with the with the CFX. So like I said, I want every time I pull that kill key, I want to hear my friend's voice say, "Que pasa, mama?" Yeah. So you got that Saber.
Hey Rob, do you like rap music?
Yeah, I listen to everything.
Because we got a rap font coming out too.
Oh, nice. It's gonna be great.
A Saber rap song?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I sung it to David yesterday.
Is this also it's your own rap, huh?
Well, I wrote it, but I don't want to be the final like person who raps it. So I asked my friend who like is like a hip hop singer as well. So I like he's got it now, and he said it looked good. He had an idea for the beat, and he's gonna make a beat for it, and then we're gonna make. I mean, it's gonna be kind of experimental, but we're gonna make like a font out of it where like the lyrics come out as you play with it or something. I don't know. I'm gonna kind of let David figure that part out.
We're basically gonna turn a Saber into a DJ sampler.
Yeah, Emperor Palpatine rapping.
The thing about it is, those spaces, it probably will only work smoothly on a CFX because of that blaster button is so freaking precise.
Right.
The Profi, man, it is not precise. As far as like being able to mash it as fast as you want, it just doesn't. It can't hang with the DJs.
Maybe there could be a mode where like I don't know, like it's gonna take some thought to figure it out, like how it could work on the different boards.
Yeah, I did find the one thing we were talking about on the CFX, on CFX official. You can change your loop settings to where you can get the samples to play linear, so we can get things to play in order.
Mm-hmm.
You know how we talk about we wanted certain quotes to go in a specific order. I think it's either 0, 1, or 2 selects how it plays the samples, either random in order, which is linear, and then shit. I don't remember what the other one is. The third one.
I don't remember either.
So we're gonna try to have fun with that. But that font may have to come with instructions that, hey, you gotta do this in your config before it'll work right.
Mm. Or is there a way to like set up the config that someone could plop in, or it would depend on something?
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to affect, the OS updates.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that might get tricky because then
who we're going to have to send it to for that? I think we're going to have to send it to Tom and see if he could test it for the Profi.
True. I thought they talked about fixing that aux reaction time. I swear I saw something about that, but I don't know if they got there yet. I'm still building a Profi. I'm not in freaking program mode yet, so I feel behind.
Yeah, when you get in program mode, we got to get together and like program like together or something, because I'm kind of lost at this point. I've been like not dealing with the Profi for a while, and now I have to do a few, and it's going to take some coaching.
So much has changed since 6.+. It's, whatever this interface is, I haven't even touched it yet. Like, I don't even know what it's about. When I got to Gary Morris, I was so excited to watch those Tristan Cam videos and see, like, what this bad boy could do. I saw you did it too, Rob, on your programming. You had the pulsing crystal chamber going and accents on idle. I was like, well done, man.
Yeah, I did it on the. Are you gonna use the LS1 or LS2?
I did it all on LS1, and I still have LS2 to program left over.
Yeah, so this is on LS1.
That looks great, man. Yep. Yes.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you sped it up a little, huh? Nice.
Yep.
You have become a rival.
I like that, man. That's so interesting that you put it at the back of the shoulder instead of at the front of the shoulder.
Yeah, I love that. Hell yeah.
You can also make it blink on the
Solo,
machine.
I've been waiting for this day from your son. You're in fire. Your son. I've been waiting for this day. I'll show you the dark side.
So power.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
Did you make it an audio flicker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when it powers off,
you're still holding on.
Got it blinking.
Nice.
And then
yeah, I'm loving that graphics engine. That is freaking sweet.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, it is.
Irv nailed it. It's so once you know how to do it, it's so smooth and easy to program.
So easy.
Oh, here we go. Cole says OS 6.7 takes some getting used to, but it's really cool. Currently obsessed with CFX right now, though. Yep, me too. Like, because I've been waiting so long for like Irv to unlock all that stuff on the LS2, and then I'm like, holy shit, you can do almost like sub blades on LS1 at the same time.
Yep.
I mean, it's a major leap forward.
Absolutely. Game changer. Back in the game now. Back in
Yes.
Silver Profi.
I think he's freaking pulled ahead at this point because the accent LED engine mixed with the I mean, it's unstoppable now.
You can
so much
program
easier
as
to
many-
accent LEDs.
Yep, you can program as many as you want and do whatever you want it to do.
Totally.
Yeah, I just bought some SMD LEDs.
Very cool. I still think the Profi's behind when it comes to programming old school like LEDs, not NeoPixel. It's a pain in the ass, like to do the programming for like just the control box for like Luke's LS6 blinking from green to red on the Profi is a nightmare. If I had to program that myself, I had to have help. I was like, there's no way I can do this.
Wow.
Like with the CFX, I mean, you could do it all day long. It's so easy.
Yep, very easy.
So well done, Irv. Freaking
POB for Irv.
early.
Pat on the back.
Totally.
You know what was nice about the old CFs was when you ordered them, you got candy.
Hey.
Now they don't send candy anymore.
No candy.
That's funny. I remember getting just boatloads of stickers.
Stickers, yeah, stickers too.
Yeah,
I would get stickers from Elegant Sabers. They would give you stickers.
Irv's were all
I'm a
like
very simple
jokes.
man. Candy and stickers, that makes me happy.
Irv knows the way to the Jedi heart.
I send stickers to all my customers when they order stuff from me. They always get a sticker.
I went to your Etsy store the other day. You're cleaned out.
I'm probably not gonna open it. It's not worth it. I'd rather just sell direct. So if people need stuff, they can just hit me up.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's cool because I went to your site the other day too. I was all like, what?
Nope, I'm not. I'm probably not gonna open it. It's just
okay.
They charge way too much, and then all the I gotta pay them fees, and I gotta pay taxes on it on top of what I'm paying them. Like I'd rather just pay the taxes.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim Smith's up in here, popping in for a minute. Sorry I missed it. Catch y'all on the replay.
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
That was a fun one, Jim.
He had to work tonight, so he was at work.
Yeah, we were in Brady Bunch mode earlier.
Full house.
Yeah.
I know the struggle, Jim. I struggle just to get here sometimes. I got lucky tonight, though. I didn't go to the second job tonight because, I worked late at the first one, and it wasn't going to be worth going for an hour. So
you build another one, Space?
Yeah, I just did like 3 of them right in front of you guys. I had a couple going that I started yesterday.
He's a machine. Look at him.
Yeah, a bunch of orders came in with that Carly King video, and I got sick right around then and everything, and
yeah,
I got behind. I got super behind.
Doing it though, doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to make it happen.
I finished that lamp saver. It's done.
Oh, awesome.
That's it.
I just gotta. It's downstairs. I can go get it, but well, here I'll go get it then.
You made a TriStar lamp saver.
Yep.
He actually upgraded a customer from a regular lamp saber to a
Yeah,
tri,
man.
just because that's the kind of guy he is. Yeah, like the other day when Jedi Arms Dealer sent me a package, and he says it's too big to fit in your mailbox. I'm thinking, what could that be? What could that be? Because I knew what he was sending me was quite small, and I thought it'd be in the mailbox. He said, something's on the porch because it can't fit in the mailbox. You got to go home and get it. And then he said, it's hot out, and you better go get that because the sun's beating down on it. And I'm thinking, did he send me chocolate? Did he send me candy, like a big chocolate bar or something like that? And then when I got home and I opened the box, I got this beauty in there, that I was showing you before. I knew this wasn't going to melt, but
yeah, man, I like the way it looks, man. Just the angles on it and everything. Like, oh my god, nice. I found my bag of spent cartridges. I'm gonna start cutting some of these pretty soon too.
It would be pretty cool for somebody to do a Saber theme along those lines, Mundo. Like a crystal chamber with shells.
Oh, funny
Make
you
it look
mentioned
like the
that. I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, that would be pretty unique. I've never seen.
Well,
what, seashells?
Yeah, because if you look at these, like
Sally's
look,
Saber.
Dave, didn't I send you? Did I send you some of these too?
I can't see that. What is it?
Got them right here.
So yeah, I'm gonna cut some various sizes. Cool, man. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna cut some various sizes, and I'm gonna try my hand at doing something like that. See how they're gonna plan out and all that good stuff. And like use something like this on top of this. Maybe a little something like that. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, all kinds of ideas for that.
Yeah, different things, different ideas.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
So I don't know. I'll probably try to if I decide to glue those together like that, and then bore them out. See how that works out.
Okay, what I missed? Sorry, I had to step out.
So I was telling them that I'm going to be cutting some more cartridges pretty soon too for the to hold the crystal and crystal chambers and stuff. And so I was thinking something where something like this could go, and then glue these two together and then bore it out for the crystal to go on each side of it. So,
nice.
I don't know. I mean, it's an idea kind
like
of
a
popping into my
cartridge
head.
or cartridge shells crystal chamber idea. That would be sick.
So we'll see. Various and like I said, I've got various sizes. So the different sizes, see what works, what don't work, all that good stuff.
All right, I got it pretty dark in here. Let's see what this thing does in the dark.
That's pretty bright.
Whoa, look at that.
So I don't have any sound on it. It's in Bluetooth mode right now, where it goes to the Bluetooth transmitter.
That's cool.
Boom.
Yeah, not bad. Just for a lamp saber, huh?
Yeah, really, man. Wow.
You plan on bringing in any flights tonight?
Yeah, buddy. Almost smacked my monitor.
Damn. You go fishing with that thing too.
Yeah, these are fun, man.
Those are cool.
Hey, they're gonna shut off our electricity soon. I better start building a bunch of these.
Yeah.
Right? Place them strategically around the house.
Where are you at again, Dave?
San Diego.
Okay.
Northern San Diego. Yep.
Cali.
They're the first ones they shut off.
Yeah, we love it down here. Summers are getting a little hot, but You're up by Sacramento-ish area,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I remember
I'm in
many
Lincoln.
years ago, you and your crew were going out to like dinners and talking sabers, and I was like, for some reason, I thought you guys were in SoCal, and I messaged you, and I was like, hey man, how do I get in on these dinners?
You got
And
a
you were
long
like,
drive.
yeah, that's how it went down. I was like, fuck, I didn't know you guys were up there.
I mean, you're welcome to join.
Oh, I will one day. Get up that way. I got people in San Francisco, so
Yeah, dude, you're more than welcome to come hang out.
that'd be
So
great.
today it was 116 degrees over here.
Holy
What?
Yep, it was
dude, that's
116
NorCal.
degrees. It's been
That's
fucking-
Arizona style.
Yeah,
Good
it's been
God.
crazy.
That's
hot.
about as hot as it is over here, man. Y'all got
Uh-huh.
Texas weather.
Chuck Alvarado is here. What's going on, buddy? He says, I think one lamp is sufficient.
Yeah, buddy.
What up, Chuck? Shoot, sometimes, man, that 106 in the damn shade.
I actually had a Master Replicas blade that I built for a different saber. It was for the Steam Flex, and we lost power at our old place. And Caden normally has a nightlight, and so he was like tripping. He was like, "What am I gonna do? I don't have a nightlight." And so I was like, "Here." I ignited the saber, put it up on
He's
the
like,
top
now
of
I
the
can't
bunk.
sleep.
Yeah, put it up on top of the bunk bed all night, and it burned till morning because it was just a Master Replicas segmented LED blade. So the thing went all night. With
Nice.
just a lithium.
You know what I
Yeah,
got?
Rich,
Which
it's going down, man. It is.
like I think these little lights I got are so awesome. I don't have one on hand. I can run up and get one if you really want to see, but they got them online, and what it is a little tiny group of LEDs that just snap onto a 9-volt, and that's a great night light. Like
Oh,
that'll
wow.
last. And what I do is like I get the 9 volts, like let's say out of the smoke detector when they're beeping, so they're kind of dead, but
Mhm.
still it'll power these little lights
Right.
for hours and hours and hours still. So I just use like dead 9 volts, and when the power goes out, I have like 6 of these around, and I place them around, and it's like really convenient because they just run off like half dead 9 volts.
That's a great
Like
idea.
one year I got them, yeah, like they were so convenient for me that one Christmas like 10 years ago, I just got them for everybody I knew, you know what I mean? Because I was like, this is something people could use.
Are they RGB or are they just one color?
They're just like little white LEDs, and some of them that I got there were like an array of 6 LEDs, and the little switch, you could either turn on 2 of them or 6 of them, depending on how much, light you want. If you wanted to conserve your battery, you could put it on 2. It was plenty bright, but, it lasts a lot longer with just 2 LEDs on. If you needed some extra light, you can put it on all 6.
That's great. Space is like a drug dealer for LEDs.
I've always been like crazy into flashlights and stuff ever since I was a little kid, like gadgets and flashlights. I bought every kind of flashlight I could find, and
That's awesome.
every like Army Navy store I saw, I'm like, I'm going in.
All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night for myself too.
Yeah, we're
All
at
right,
the
Rob.
9 o'clock
All right,
mark,
Rob.
so I need to head out too, Space.
All right, you guys have a good
Just have
night.
a great evening.
It's good
I'll,
chat, guys.
Thanks for
Good
coming
hanging out.
in.
Yeah, this was fun.
Thanks for showing us all your goodies.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
You guys made my night.
I'll see myself
Later,
out.
Dave.
Later.
All right. Later.
Thanks again, man.
Later.
For the advice. That's pretty awesome, dude. Pretty awesome.
Down to 2.
Yeah, Rich, I think
Me
it's
and
like,
Mundo.
yep, it's you and me, buddy. Oh, Chuck says later, guys. So later, Chuck. Yeah, Rich, it's actually what I think it's like 84 right now over here in Corpus, dude.
It's been
Probably
good
cooler
over
over
here.
there
Like
where you guys are.
California's been getting the major heat, and I'm over here in Jersey, and we've had some nice weather.
That's good, man.
We've been lucky. This summer wasn't too bad.
Kelly and I were thinking about putting some AC in the garage too, so that we can kind of work comfortably in here when it gets hot.
Well, you know what I've been doing is like I've been like pulling my car into the garage past couple months because I got a new car. I got a Honda Accord,
Oh, yeah,
and
nice.
it's real nice. It's real nice. So I've been pulling it in, but what I've been doing is like right now it's not in the garage because like if I pull it in, like especially after I've driven it, if I
Mm-hmm.
pull it in, it's like 140 degrees, like the engine or whatever, and it all the heat goes in the garage, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden I'm sweating bullets. So a lot of the videos you guys have been seeing lately, and if I'm like sweating bullets in the video, it's probably because I pulled the car in, and it's just it doesn't like last night I drove from New York to here. It was like an hour drive. I
Yeah.
pull the car in and go to sleep. And this morning I opened the garage door, and I mean it was 100 something degrees in the garage. Like it was still super hot in here.
Yeah.
So like right now, I drove earlier, and then I just left the car outside because I knew I'd be doing a podcast in here. And if it was in here right now, like I'd be like out of breath because it's just too hot.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, it's hot in here right now in my garage, and it's only like 84 outside.
So that's like one tip. If you do pull your car in, maybe wait till after you do your work in the garage because it'll make it so hot it'll make it unbearable.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've got to really be careful when I come in here and do this stuff, um, because I'm very prone to heat stroke. I don't
Oh,
sweat on the forehead like most people do. I mean, I sweat very, very little up here, very little on my body, and so it's crazy, man. It is super crazy. So I have to always drink lots of water and make sure that if I'm outside, for a good little bit, I need to make sure that I've got some ice close by to make sure that I at least keep my head cool.
well, I don't know if I told you, but in my high school, my friends called me the Italian sweat ball because I'm just a sweaty pig, and and so I like, and I don't know, like I heard, like I thought always that was like healthy. I'm like, isn't it healthy to sweat a lot? And then I heard recently they're like, no, that's not healthy. Like some friend of mine was telling me, like, no, if you sweat a lot, it's not healthy. I'm like, what? I thought, okay. I'm like, I thought it was healthy to sweat, but maybe it isn't.
Yeah. That's weird. That's funny.
Because I would
But
like,
you don't know how many days, man. I wish I could just sweat from my forehead like everybody else, man. And it's like,
that would provide some relief.
I think so. But that's why I kind of do my own therapy in here in the garage. So it kind of helps me adapt to the heat just a little bit more each time I do this, So, but I still know where my limits are and where I'm careful at because I can't afford to be in the hospital or anything. So I know exactly where my limits are and when I need to get inside, get my core down, cooled down and everything, Otherwise, no, I'll be in real trouble with my health. I got to make sure I stick around for a long time.
Yeah, you got to watch your kids grow up and everything.
Yeah.
You got to watch your
Almost
sabers
an
be
empty
built.
nester, man. I'm almost an empty nester, dude. Shit.
Well, only one of your kids went to college, right?
Yeah, only one, and she's already sophomore. She'll be a
Oh,
junior
it's the
next
second
year.
year already.
Yeah. Well, I think this is her second semester. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. No. I'm sorry. This is her second semester. My apologies. So yeah, she's still kind of a freshman. But it's her second semester, and she's going for. I think she is going for sports med. Yep. And then eventually she wants to become one of those traveling nurses. You can make good money on doing that.
Yeah, my friend's mom did that for her whole career, and I think she did really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rich says it's brutal in Texas space.
Oh, it is, man. It is. The humidity over here is just unreal.
Really? I was just about to say, isn't it a dry heat? I guess not.
No, it's not a dry heat. It is not a dry heat. I'll put it to you this way: you ever step in a sauna? It's almost like breathing in a damn sauna.
Oh my god, that is not fun.
I mean, you'll get used to it, but shit, you know. But that's why we look forward to the colder weather. Chet, oh man, where'd everybody go? Chet, we're still here, buddy. We're still here. Me and Space are here. Yeah, I think when I'm gonna do like, you know, a couple of blades with the double LEDs. Probably 3 would be good to do before I even attempt to try Star.
Yeah, definitely get a couple under your belt that are like dual star type blades, 2 strips.
Yeah.
And then once you like understand the concept like wholeheartedly, then you can like kind of make any of them.
Yeah. Well, I sanded down. I'm gonna step out of the picture for just a second, and I'm gonna grab that piece that I was working on, that PVC pipe piece. So I've been, and I'll talk to you the whole time that I'm out of the picture, so that way you can hear and stuff. That I'm actually got it sanded quite a bit, and I went and bought some spray paint that has both primer and the paint together. So when I get a chance, I want to get this piece painted up. And I bought the metallic, I think it's metallic brass, like, oh shoot, I forgot what it was called. Some metallic brass, right? Or something like that. So this piece right here, PVC, sanded down, 150 grit down to 220 grit. And I've got it sanded pretty decent, I think. Got it pretty much sanded. So I'm going to paint this and see how it comes out. And if it don't,
What are you going to paint it with?
It's a paint and primer. I think, I don't know whatever paint it is, but it's going to be like a brass, like a brass color. Like what do you call it? Man, where like brushed brass. I think that's what it's called, brushed brass.
Have a good night, Rich. Talk
Have
to
a
you
good
next
night,
time.
Rich. So yeah, brushed brass is what it's called, I think. So I'm gonna try my hand at that.
Oh, that'll look good.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how that turns out after. I mean, it's got a smooth. It's like really smooth from all the sanding that I've been doing. So, but not too smooth to where the paint won't adhere to it. So we'll see what happens when I get that done. I can show you before I'll bring it on the show and stuff. See what you think. That way it won't be too bad.
So that's going to be a blade holder for something?
Yeah, there'll be a PVC pipe blade holder for a PVC saber.
Nice.
I'm gonna try my hand at a PVC saber.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I know. I keep talking about all these projects, and I start them on, and they're finished.
Oh, believe me, if anyone understands, it's me. I got so many projects going, it's crazy. Take a look at this this new thing that we got going. So I'll show you what a tri-core looks like. And if anyone's still here watching, I'll show you. This is what a tri-core normally looks like. These are 7 they're a little less than 7 millimeters diameter, or each side 7 millimeters, about maybe 6.8. And so what I got here is to differentiate those from this, which is experimental. Jedi Arms Dealer created this smoky color. So not only can I see that it's a little bit bigger, but I could tell by the color. And what these are for is for the world's first TriStar Omega. Going to use these Omega strips, which each blade length here is going to be 248 LEDs. Oh no, 264 LEDs, which is cut down a little from the 332 per meter that they come with. So this comes in a meter length, and it's it actually comes in half meter, and I have to solder them together. But in a meter length, there's 332 LEDs in here, whereas these types that I am making then with this TriStar, 144 LEDs per meter. So we're talking, it's more than twice the amount of LEDs, right? So I cut them down to 264 LEDs per meter. Now we're just talking about one strip. And with these parts, which is triangular pieces that fit this perfectly, as you can see.
Wow.
Now it is wider, right? But these have a white backing, so I'm hoping to like reflect and refract some of the light made off of the white, and not have it be so obvious that it's a little bit bigger. And I'll use the KR pixel stick foam to insert the whole blade assembly when it's all ready. But this is going to be the world's first TriStar Omega. So when we're talking about 264 LEDs on a strip, and we're talking about 3 strips, we're talking about over 700 LEDs. So it's going to be in one blade. So I'm really hoping that my power unit here is going to be able to power it without like crackling up the speaker. And I hope my Saber is also going to be able to power it. But it's, you know, it's experimental. See what happens.
Hey, there you go. Experimental.
Yeah, you gotta like, you know, try it out and see what happens.
Yeah,
And
Cole, I'm
see if
over
that
here in
works.
Corpus, Cole. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm only 4 hours away from Houston, buddy. So yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Thanks, Cole. Yeah, I'll be making your blade video pretty soon. I've got it almost ready, and then I got to make a video and test it. Cole's getting a TriStar lamp saber.
There you go. Eventually, I'll get one from you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to make you one with one of your builds. And we'll
that'd be cool.
send Felicia something awesome, too, because you donated your prize to Felicia.
Yeah.
And she'll get something bright.
That'll be one of the best decisions I've ever made, man. Like I said, I've been beyond blessed, dude. And you know, the blessings need to be paid forward as well. You know, when
Yeah, if anybody doesn't know, which they probably don't, Mundo won a contest in on my comic book channel, and it was actually, the prize was actually a lightsaber, and he gifted it to Felicia Marie, who's a longtime viewer of both the channels, and she's always there on our comic book streams and stuff, but she works in the middle of the night overnight, so sometimes she's busy working. But she's got a couple kids. I think she's got 3 kids. So you know, she'll be able to surprise the kids with the lightsaber that Mundo won and gifted to Felicia. So that'll be a lot of fun to make that one, because you know, I got some sabers like I started, and I could like finish one of them to make that be the prize. So I got to pick one out.
Yeah. Well, I also told Felicia, I said, hey, you know what? Light up some lives over there at work as well. No, you're
Yeah,
a
that's true. Yeah,
I said
she's
you're a
allowed to
Jedi,
bring it
and
in there.
I told her, I said, you're a Jedi in training. Now you gotta, you gotta light up some lives over there. Give them some hope.
A Jedi's first weapon is always like given to them, right? So
That's
that
right.
works.
That's right. So hopefully a lot of her people over there that she takes care of will have some hope and love and laughter with with her new saber, when she takes it and lights up the room for them.
Like I think
That's
Mara Jade's lightsaber, she had I think like 2 lightsabers that were both gifted to her. She had Anakin's lightsaber. In the books, it wasn't Rey who had Anakin's lightsaber; it was Mara Jade, and Luke gave her that, and then Luke I think gave her another lightsaber as well.
Mm-hmm.
And she used them her whole life. Like she even used them to fight Jason Solo when he turned to the dark side.
Yeah, I found that very interesting that he turned to the dark side, but it was just a matter of time before somebody.
Yeah, that was a weird storyline, but they had it like span over so many books that when you're reading it in so many different novels, it started to make sense because they didn't just do anything abruptly. Like things happened like over like an entire book happened and you got a little bit further, and another book happened and you got a little bit further, and then by the time like 17 books went by, he started to go bad, so it was like a very slow
turning
burn there.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like Anakin's turn in a way where he was worried about the people that he loved, so he was trying to protect them, but in protecting them ended up hurting them.
Yeah. Well, did you know I think I saw a YouTube video that John Boyega is not going to reprise his role as Finn.
Well, did anyone ask him to? I don't know if they're making any more of them movies.
No. Well, he was supposed to do I think he was supposed to, but something happened where he was getting to the point where he's like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, they treated him like absolute trash. Like,
well, that's what they were. That's what he was saying. Yeah, that
like
his
they
character
reduced
was
his
going nowhere.
image in the Chinese poster down to something very small.
Yeah.
They kind of started out his arc in the movies as like he was going to have force powers, and then they just treated him like a clown in the second movie, and he was just the butt of every joke. And then in the third movie, he's just yelling Rey all the time, and then they tried to bring back the force idea, but it was too little too late, where he was like, oh, I think I feel the force, but it was just like, this should have been a 3-movie arc because he was the most interesting character in the whole thing.
I agree.
They put him in the background. It was quite stupid, like what they did.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, even if he did turn to the dark side, that still would have been a hell of a story. You know what I mean? Where Rey stayed good and he turned to the dark side. Now you got.
They could have ended the trilogy like that, where people are wondering, like, "Oh my God, what's going to happen?" And then it kind of forces them when the audience reacts, like, "We want to know what happens." And then they could have made more movies, but they wanted. I don't know. They wanted to wrap it all up, or just have Rey be the main star. Where I mean, it is fine, but it just the first movie had him kind of set up, and the dynamic between him and Rey could have gone into like an unpredictable scenario, but it never kind of did.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, there were so many variables, and his character had nothing but possibilities. I mean, endless possibilities.
I mean, think about that. A stormtrooper who went to the good side, that's an interesting story. And And they made successful video games with that idea. You know, they had Jedi Knight 2, where they had Kyle Katarn. He was a stormtrooper, and then you slowly, as you're playing the game, you slowly develop force powers, and they teach you how to jump farther and wield a lightsaber and things like that. I mean, it could have been kind of cribbed from the game. Have a good night, Cole. Cole says he's off to bed.
Have a good night, man.
Hope you have a good week as well.
You too,
Titan
buddy.
Gray says the blaster flashes on a TriStar Omega blade. Yeah, they will be. They will be amazing.
Yeah,
They will be amazing. Thank you. Yeah, that'll be crazy. I really want to build that one. I hope I can do it soon because I want to see the way that looks. And I just ordered the LEDs for it, and they came in. You know, I ordered like an extra set because the last Omega, I think it was last week when I was working with the Omega strips, and they were failing on me. So I just made sure I made sure I have enough on hand in case they fail.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of the problem. Like when the blade's like this, like in the works, like something could go wrong. But once I test it a bunch and get it in the tube, we're usually good to go.
Yeah. Are you gonna do Albatross early tomorrow?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to go live with that on the Orange Book Comics channel or not. I actually forgot tomorrow was Wednesday until you just said it. I guess because of the holiday this week, I didn't realize.
Okay. Well, if you do, I'm probably gonna just chime in for like a half second because I'm gonna work late tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
And so if you start early, by the time I get home, you probably be getting off already. So,
you know what I will be doing? I did plan with Kevin last night. It's kind of far away at this point, but I'll just tell you since we're talking about it. What is that? Oh, okay. It's on the outside. Shit. I see a little something. I see a little something there. On October 1st, we are going to launch, an Indiegogo, the next issue.
Okay.
And we're gonna October 1st is a Saturday. So if you're around then, we're gonna be live, or I'll be live at least at noon.
Okay.
Now I thought there was a little dot of something. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, it's on the outside. Thank God. Oh my God. I hate when that happens. You always see me wiping here. I just hate when something gets caught in there.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. So yeah, on October 1st, anytime you can stop in that day, come to, I'll send you the link and stop in and chat about Albatross Junction comic book that day.
Yeah,
I'll be launching on Indiegogo. So like from that day, it'll be like 60 days till when the comic comes out. So it'll be like coming out like December 1st or something. But we'll be starting to take orders on October 1st on Indiegogo. And we'll be able to order, people will be able to order, like, you already got your issue 1 and 2. But anybody that still wants an issue 1 and 2, they're not available right now, but they will be on October 1st, second printing. So.
Right. I don't know. I'm deciding I might get another issue 1 and 2 for Kelly's brother. So
nice.
I got one for my cousin, but I think I may just get one for Kelly's brother. I don't know if he'll enjoy it or not, but we'll find out. We'll see.
Yeah, they'll be in a slightly different kind of format. Will it be like issues this time, like the flimsies?
Yeah.
Rather than the graphic novel.
Right.
And I think they're just going to be like $10 each. So like $10 issue 1, $10 for issue 2, $10 for issue 3.
Gotcha. We'll see.
I got my cousin working on a bunch of like Mundo products as well.
I need to get that backpack, man. I like that.
The backpack is so sweet.
Need to get a shirt so that way I can wear it.
Yeah, I actually got my Mundo shirt on right now. Let me see if I can. I don't know if you can see that. See my Mundo shirt?
Yeah, yeah, I see it. See, I need to get a shirt too, so that way when we're on, I can wear the shirt, put it on like really quick, instead of the
I got a
hoodie where it
couple of
gets like
these.
super hot.
Yeah, I mean the hoodie you can't use it 9 months out of the year when it's 100 degrees over there. But
Mhm.
we got t-shirts up now. I'm trying to consolidate a link because like all the products are like on different like links and stuff. So I'm trying to consolidate with my cousin who's doing the merchandise stuff. Like a website, like an Orange Book Comics website where all of the stuff is just got like the icons. You can click on them, it'll take you right to whatever you want to get. Whereas like right now, if you went to the Redbubble website, they display like some of our products together, but then some products like aren't displayed together. It's weird.
Really? Oh wow! I didn't know if you had merch already going or not. So that was the
Yeah,
thing.
I'll send you the I'll gather some of the links I got, like the backpack, this shirt, and there's also like actually like 5 or 6 albatross pieces of art that you can get on stuff, and that's all available right now. But it's just I haven't pushed out any of those links yet. Really, I've been so busy with sabering.
Yeah,
Saber stuff.
I got some hard card covers for the comic book cards, and you know those little
Oh,
flimsy
you sent them to
sleeves.
Kev, right? Because he showed me last night on
Oh, did he?
yeah, because
He
like I
showed
was
you?
having a meeting with him, and he said Mundo sent me these hard card cases.
Yeah. What you think of them?
Oh, he was loving it. He had already put his cards in them.
I got my cards in them too already. You know, the bad thing about it is I couldn't get a third one to send you because I went to this comic shop and they had them. They had 'em like $10, right? So I bought the two, and the guy says, "No, I don't have any more." Well, the following week, I went to follow up to see if he got another one, and they cleared out of the building where they were at. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh,
So I was like, "Man," and I wanted to send you some too. It was like, "Oh fuck!" But I'll find out where they are. Can hunt them down. They probably have them at another comic shop around here somewhere.
I got
So
something like that on Amazon where like when I was sending out some of the some of the comics, I found some hard, like pretty hard ones, and I actually wanted to try to find like comic book size ones
yeah,
like that were like hard like that. And I don't know, like I kept ordering different things on Amazon, but they never came quite like that. They were always like flimsier.
yeah. No, these are perfect, man. Because the flimsy ones that came in with the cards,
Mhm.
you didn't even have to take those sleeves off, man. You just slipped the whole thing all together in the
Yes.
hard one.
Yeah.
There was only one sleeve that I had to take off, and that was because it was a little too crooked. But the rest of them were all perfect, so they just all slipped together in the hard card holder. So, like I said, I'm gonna try to find those, and if I find another box, I'll grab one and send it to you.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think there's like 25 in the box, man. $25. So are you cutting the shrink wrap in sections there or what?
Yeah, I'm like cutting the I was cutting like the 1/2 inch shrink wrap I use there,
Uh-huh.
and now that's going around the entire blade assembly, but now I'm kind of cutting this 1/4 inch heat shrink to go just on the tip LEDs so that they don't touch each other, because I've got one like folded over to point forward,
Right.
to kind of light up the tip as best as I can,
Right.
and I want to insulate that from the rest because they can kind of touch each other. I've had that happen where like I didn't do that, and then the tip LED gets compressed, like when I put the blade together, and then it could like kind of
Yeah.
short. And I'm like, why is it shorting? And I always think it's like the bottom connections that I made. But I mean, you see how many times I test like over and over and over again. And then I
Right.
realize that it's like the top. I'm like, oh my God, it's the top. So now I put some heat shrink up at the top and at least 2 of the strips, because you don't really need it on the 3, as long as you have 2 insulated, then the 3rd one's only touching plastic. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay.
But there
So
are those
I
little
mean,
connectors at the
you
end.
cut. So you're cutting like long and short shrink wrap onto the blade itself, like going from the bottom to the top. You're cutting it in sections, and then eventually you'll get to the point where you're doing the whole blade in a singular.
Right. Like on the 2nd layer, I will just put an entire strip over the whole thing, so it's like seamless, and that kind of looks pretty good.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense there. So you do it in sections for the first layer, and then the second layer goes a full strip. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Wow. So how do you get the blade sanded like so nicely?
I'll do a video. Like, I actually recorded videos of me doing that, and I have them in my computer, but I just have to like kind of edit them and post them. I use a piece of sandpaper that's like 220.
Yep.
And I just kind of go like I roll the sandpaper around the blade, and I kind of just go in a straight line, and then like maybe rotate the blade a little bit and just keep kind of doing that motion there. And then once that's done, I have a sanding block that's like a spongy sanding block. It's not hard. It's like soft. And then that's like 320, like, or maybe like 280, whatever the number is. And then I run that in the same direction, like just straight. And that kind of gives it a cloudy, like satin look, where the first bit of sandpaper that's 220 gives it like, you could kind of see the sanding lines a little bit.
Yeah.
But the sanding block that I use like really smooths it out, and you shouldn't be able to see like any sanding lines anymore. It just kind of turns the blade a little more cloudy. And when you have a little bit more like cloudy nature to it, it ends up looking like pretty like satin, almost like the satin patina.
Yeah, because I was always kind of dumbfounded about when you were saying about sanding the blades. I'm like, really? Wow. So it's like unreal. Yeah, and they look like phenomenal, man. Like it doesn't even look like you sanded them.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's what a Jedi Arms dealer was telling me too. He's like, what did you do? How did you sand this? On a video, I showed him how I do it, and so that he could do it as well. So he was pretty happy with the result after he did it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, eventually I'll do that. No.
Because that kind of helps with diffusion if you use a trans white blade, and then if you use like a photonic blade or a color, like one of the colored enhanced blades, you really have to do it as well, because that's the only way to like get the light to bounce around all the. It kind of creates more facets, so it's like a crystal or a diamond. Right. When it has more facets, you get a gleam, and you want like that. You want like 1,000,000 of those facets on a blade. So the only way to get that is to sand it.
Right.
Then you'll have like, and that's the only way the photon's really going to look like the brightest. It's going to have like an aura, because you're going to have the light bouncing all around and all those facets. If you leave the photon blade just bare and it looks kind of clear, it really has nothing to like bounce off of, and you won't get as strong of a photonic effect.
Right. That is awesome. Yeah, eventually I'll get to that point and do something like that. Yeah. And but for right now, I just gotta try to keep chugging along and make sure I start keep doing things right way and try to better my luck with things. Make
With the
sure I
hilt
don't burn
side
any
of
more
things.
boards. Make sure I don't burn any more boards.
What board did you destroy recently? A prism
Prism.
or
Yeah.
Profi? Okay.
Two prisms.
2 prisms down.
Well, but at least it's early in the game for me.
Yeah.
I'm still beginner, so.
No, I still got you beat in how many boards I destroyed.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. I like that setup that you have outside with your fire pit like that.
Oh, thank you.
That's great, man.
Yeah, and then
cool.
when it's the next, like, one of the videos coming up, I want to do it outside.
Yeah, I like when you do your lighting up of the sabers right next to it, man. It's pretty neat.
Then it could reflect like off the house and stuff, and you could see how bright it is.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna put a comment on there. I'm gonna comment there that you're gonna light your fire with the saber.
Yeah. That plasma torch saber guy could certainly do it.
Oh yeah. Did you see that video where that I think it was like that Ukrainian guy that did one and he was taking the credit for that other guy that did the
I don't know. I think I saw them all that had the real flames type saber.
yeah.
Pretty insane.
I think that other guy was kind of pissed, like, dude, I had done this like months ago, and this guy is just now doing this. And I'm like, okay.
Well, usually when a person there's so many people in the world now, like 7.5 billion people. It's hard to have an original idea. Usually, if you sprout an idea, 3 other people in the world at least are going to get that idea. It's like a collective type of thought process that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like I wasn't the one to think of a tri-star. Like one of my customers asked for it once. Says, "Can you build a blade with 3 sides to it?" I said, "Oh, I'll do it. I've heard of it before. I'll do it." And then other people started asking, "I want a tri-star too." So it's like, okay.
Yeah, but you're the one that followed through.
Yeah. Try to get it going, but like.
There's the difference right there, buddy. You followed through. Others that say, this, but then they don't follow through. I mean, you got it pretty well packed, man.
I've been having some pretty good luck tonight, but you'd be surprised. I still have some failures, and sometimes me and Jedi Arms Dealer are online, like working together. Kind of, we're not live. We're just kind of on video working together, and I mean, we have some failures, and I tell him, I'm like, you know why nobody does this is because it's fucking hard. Like, why doesn't nobody else do this? Well, it's damn hard sometimes. It doesn't always work.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't always work out.
Oh yeah. But what did you just say? Failure is the greatest teacher of all.
There you go.
And I think the ex-wrestler DDP, I mean, he's on there saying the same thing on his TikTok or Instagram pages, and he goes, he's just, you can't get anywhere without failing. I mean, you got to fail in order to succeed.
True.
So, I mean, take it from those two, I mean, damn. That's why I'm not, I mean, as hard as it may be for me, because, I'm a very slow learner, but once I get it, I'll get it,
That's how I feel. I feel like I'm a slow learner too. Like when someone like Irv coaches me on something, or you know, Michael Murphy from FX Sabers teaches me something, and I feel like it takes me a while to get it, but I eventually have to put the pieces together. You know, I'm lucky where I do eventually get it, but I mean, it takes a while. It takes a while. Like when I was building the string blades, it's like, yeah, maybe my first one worked, but it didn't look that good, and maybe my second one worked, but it didn't look that good, and it's like third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. I mean, I probably didn't get like a decent one where I felt like I could sell it to somebody until like the 12th one.
Yeah. I enjoyed your art blade.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was experimental. That's one of my favorite ones. I still have those. I have two of them that I plan to put, because I'll show you. I plan to put. I never finished this saber, but this was a staff, where we were talking about shrouds earlier. Like, this looks very bare and plain because this is a special part I got from Harp. This is one of Harp's first crystal chambers. It's an RGB crystal chamber in there, and I had pieces cut underneath the desk here that are shrouds for this. So there'd be like a copper shroud, there'll be a aluminum shroud, and then a Graflex shroud at the top. Cover some of these holes and stuff and make it look like a double shroud. I never got to finish this, but the arc blades were for this. So this was going to be like my Temple Guardian hilt, where it was going to be all covered in shrouds. It's going to have buttons on it, and it was going to have those white arc blades that were kind of short. They were like 25 inches.
Right.
So I'll finish that at some point, but
yeah. And then of course, you know, I'm very partial to the gold blade. The gold color.
Oh yeah.
Like, man, that how you got that bright yellow goldish color, man. Oh.
And that took trial and error too, because I was buying different LEDs to make sure that I could give my customer like the best one. So I was building a blade from LEDs that, you know, they cost a lot of money and cost a lot of time to make it, and I would just discard it because I'm like, this is just isn't as good as it could be, and I'd do it again, and I'd do it again, you know, until it just looked good.
Yeah. I mean, I still go back and see a lot of your old videos, man. I mean, I enjoy seeing all those hilts.
Well, thank you, Mundo. I think you're the only one that watches all my videos. I really do. I really do. Sometimes you're the only one that comments.
Yeah. Well, like, see, and especially I tell you what inspired me for my friend's memory saber was your Gray Jedi saber.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was one of my earlier ones, too.
Yeah, of course. And that was the one that inspired me to do this one of my friend's memory saber. You know how, like, it's going to have the, the PLI showing on the top where the buttons are underneath the clamp card. So, you know, that saber right there is what really inspired me to do this hilt and have that little button piece light up like that. So that I extremely thank you for that.
I'm glad that you liked it.
It was great, man. I mean, there was just nothing, you know, everything about it was just super cool. And then when you did the Cade one as well, that was just simplistic in itself, but it was such a great hilt because it was so simplistic.
All right. Well, I think we've come to the end of my night here. We've been on for over 3 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. We did a bunch of progress on some blades. We had a lot of fun chats with our friends that were on earlier, with Mundo for the past half hour or so. So thank you for being in the chat, commenting. A lot of our Saber friends were here tonight. We will be back on Mundo Monday this coming week. So come back around probably around 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Usually if Tom from Megtooth is on, I wait for him to be done. So he's usually done by 9 o'clock. We'll come on probably 9:30. we will be building some more stuff, I'm sure, because I've got some more orders to complete. Titan Gray says, thank you so much, guys. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for sticking around, buddy. Thank you,
Yeah,
Titan.
thanks for supporting late into the night here. It's probably a different time where you are. But yeah, we really appreciate you being here. Really appreciate everybody that was here tonight.
Yeah,
and,
thank you, everybody.
We will see you in the next one.
Peace.
Thanks, Mundo.
No, thank you, buddy.
Have a good night. I hope it cools off for you.
I'm about ready to go inside. I'll go turn on the fan, and the AC's running pretty cold in there, so I'll be all right.
Awesome. All right,
All
well,
right,
I'll talk
man.
to you. I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Have a good evening. Have a good week, buddy.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
See ya.
You're a saber talker. Listening to saber talkers makes me thirsty.